Yo, hello Twitch chat. What up? Pliny, Roblox, Mandy, Ice Cream, Charlie, Surrector, Rajar, Autist, Where's Beef, Rajar, again, Okori, Katakoot, Express Unicycle. Hello. What up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Yeah, happy Saturday. Frost Castle, what's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, hey, I think we're gonna do duels today. I know I'm on the screen here for standard, but I just wanted to check my rank. Yesterday when we quit and hit legend, that was yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. We finished at like 21 something, or entered at 21 something. So I was pleased to see that we didn't lose that many ranks. Only lost like 250, 300 ranks or something off stream in 24 hours, which isn't too bad, actually. I thought I'd lose way more. So that actually gave me the confidence to play duels today. Wanted to mix it up so we're not only doing standard, you know, constantly. Just doing try hard stuff, which we got a few videos cooked in already for that one. We're ahead of the curve, so let's do duels today. Go back to tryharding probably tomorrow is my guess. Maybe even at the end of the stream if we get a nice natural break in duels or something and have a little bit of time left. So anyway, the reason I wanted to play duels is I still have not tested the buffed version of this card. Flame Waves is a new passive. I always thought it seemed really intriguing. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies for each fire spell you've cast this turn. Seems kind of potentially bonkers. I also happen to get Mage and Shaman this time around, so it's kind of perfect. And I wanted to look at the... Oh, and I also still have the cast 10 fire spells quest for the Fire Festival. I got to get moving on that quest line. So this is like a perfect time. So I looked up the current duels cards that are in duels rotation right now. Not a lot for Shaman. I think Mage is definitely the way to go. Mage has... Well, actually, some of these are duplicated, so... And this is not even in the game yet. But Flame Strike, Fireball, Combustion, those are all good options. Firelance Portal's decent, probably. So, I think this is probably a better starting deck. That said, with Shaman, even just Lava Burst and Molten Blast both go face. And Perpetual Flame is really good. And actually, Lava Burst is really good with the no overload thing. So I'm thinking actually we might just go this route. Because these are kind of enough to get started. And then build out like a damage-based Shaman deck, which is a little bit easier to do perhaps than Mage. So I actually might still go Shaman. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think we'll go Shaman. I'm a little bit more comfortable playing Shaman. I feel like in duels, for whatever reason, I think we've played more. Any new artwork ideas for the expansion? I don't know. I reached out to my dude. He's like been busy this week or something, he said, so he's not really got kicked off yet as far as I know. That said, I teased a few ideas like I don't know, me riding a griffin above the city or something with Stormwind in the background, or me as a statue in the Valley of Heroes there outside of Stormwind on the front bridge, or that, whatever. Hey, Tingus! Oh my god, 4 years, dude. I always see your off-stream messages, Tingus. Whenever you leave a message, but I'm not here. Just in case you're wondering. I always see them. Thanks to 4 years, dude. It's crazy. Momentous occasion indeed. Wow. Hey, Blue Sapphire. Oh no, Ice Cream, dude. Well, thanks for stopping by while you could, man. Hey, Guillotine Overwatch. Guillotine. Guillotine. I know how to speak that word. Shoot, I forgot to check the Tour de France results today. Hold up. I've been getting back into cycling this year. The Tour de France has re-engaged me. I used to be super into professional cycling, like really into it. And have not been as much, but this year I kind of got reeled back in for reasons that are too boring to explain, but just wanted to see who won today. Okay. I see. Forgot to check earlier. Anyway. Gussel, dude, thanks for the 3 months. Can't tell if you're telling the truth. No, I am. I was really, really in professional cycling. Okay, we'll play Shaman to test these fire spell stuff if we can get it. I think, like I said, Can't Be Overloaded to play for like lava bursts and such. I think I also I used to always want Chaos Storm, but it never seems good. I think Tempest Fury is still the right way to put a lot of damage into this deck, which I think this deck will definitely be, you know, something that's way more aggressive. So I want fire spells specifically. And I think there's only 4 we said. I don't really know if I need a volcano though. I think I still would prefer things that hit my opponent really hard. Or just good cards. And certainly things that don't punish overload too much. I don't actually know if Dust Devil's any good, but we can talk about it. Guidance is a pretty cool way to find extra stuff. Hey, Rajar with 4 months. Hit him hard. Real hard. Real hard. Hey, Scambridge, dude. Wow, UK based, man. That's crazy. Well, thanks for stopping by, dude. It's very nice of you. Okay, what else deals damage, team? Rockbiter weapon, probably not good enough. Somebody said the Wind Fury legendary. I like that idea. I, of course, like Cage Match Custodian to find our treasure weapon. That seems really good. Probably just want good, high-quality cards as well. In particular, anything that's, you know, great for overload, synergy stuff. An Aura Storm Crash is cool. That's damage output. Love damage output. This is looking pretty good so far. Fireheart. Yeah, we got Fireheart. Definitely agree with Fireheart. She's awesome. We've run like Forked Lightning before just because of the overload aspect of it. I like Guidance a lot because it's just really cheap way to find more cool stuff to do. No overload punish. Wish they would reveal new cards. Oh, me too, man. I kind of hate... oh yeah, this is a great card. I kind of hate the delay, dude. It's, I mean, you know, I have sort of selfish reasons for it because, you know, I want more card review videos and more hype time to talk about stuff. But I feel like also it would benefit Blizzard and players. I feel like it's a win-win-win if we all get cards without this big gap. Perhaps there's some explanation I'm not privy to or I don't understand or some marketing or PR reason that I'm not understanding. Certainly willing to accommodate that possibility, but it always feels to me like, man, this is such a long delay. Hey, Corey Hodge with the 11 months, dude. Wow, thank you, man. That's really awesome. Appreciate that. What else do we want, guys? Like Storm Strike, maybe? Dunk Tank I actually like quite a bit. We don't have a lot of ways to corrupt it right now, but it's just damage output, and the deck will get ways to corrupt it later. What am I missing? Wand Makers, or sometimes something we like. I guess I should probably try to utilize overload cards as much as possible. I do actually kind of like Novice Zapper. You guys sometimes don't like Novice Zapper, but I feel like just that awesome 1-drop. A 3/2 with spell damage that does not overload is pretty cool. I don't want to go Doomhammer, I don't think, because I have the Tempest Fury cage match line. I mean, Doomhammer is a ton of damage output, though, to be fair. I don't know. Let me noodle on it a little more. I like Forked Lightning sometime. I don't like that, whatever that was. Any other really good, like, neutral cards? I don't want to miss out on a neutral card just because it's neutral. Anything else, it's just a perfect fit. Thalnos is kind of decent. I don't have a lot of card draw at the moment, so card draw is intriguing to me. Actually, you really just have Cage Match Custodian. Do I need more card draw, guys? We have a little bit of card generation, but no card draw. Last I checked, Novice doesn't overload 1. It normally does. That's what I'm saying. Is it's awesome because in this deck it doesn't overload 1. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but he has overload normally. Otherwise, he would be completely insane. Maybe one of the best cards in the game. Do I still do predictions? I mean, if there's a mod around to do them, frankly, nobody ever seems to want to do them. I mean, they happen sometimes, but if anybody's like a longer term sub who's a name that I recognize, who's active in chat, and I can trust you to be a mod to some extent, and you want to do predictions, let me know. If you start predictions, you cannot participate in predictions, so keep that in mind. That could be a disincentive for you. Man, I am really not. Where's Beef says he may do predictions. Okay, that's awesome. You are a prediction master. I'm not going to stress about it. I don't care that much, but I think viewers do enjoy it, so. Scorpid is interesting. Yeah, we could probably do Scorpid. Way to get more fire spells, maybe. It is Generation 2, which is good. I guess I don't hate Wand Maker. Are the 1-mana spells in Shaman any good? Oh my god, you really gotta type, don't you? There's too many things to scroll through. I mean, I like Lightning Bolts, I like Perpetual Flames, I like Guidances, so I guess Wand Maker makes sense. And it's just, you know, it's Generation, so I don't have to worry about card draw maybe quite as much. Okay, I'm just worried right now. I don't have enough flame spells for it to actually give me the flame spell card. But we've gotten it before with even fewer flame spells than this, and I might be able to get more lava bursts and stuff to encourage it. So we'll try to force the flame spell passive. If not, of course, we'll just play this out and see what we can do. Hey, Star Champ, what's up, dude? It is indeed Regis. All right, I don't know if this is any good, but it's fine. I mean, this is the kind of deck that we know historically when we've done this sort of deck, we can usually get like 3 or 4 wins out of it just from like burst damage in the early part of the run. But this deck can sometimes have a hard time pivoting to the late part of the run where damage isn't quite as efficient because opponents' health totals continue to climb. So we're going to need treasure support to make this good, I think. Gonna need treasure support. To get past that like 3-4 win, you know, sort of spot might be tough.
You do not belong here.
Time for an expulsion. I don't really want any of these, right? I think we can do better. We want like Novice Zappers and Custodians and Wand Makers and Tempest Fury, that sort of stuff. Okay, Scorpion's at least a good early to mid game card. No Taker's intriguing. Definitely awesome with lightning or lava bursts later. So I mean, if you look at this hand, it's already 14 damage. Like, you know, if I'm in this game long enough, I have 14 damage secured. And Cage Match on 2 and the Fury on 3 is just completely busted. This is why I don't like the Doomhammer, right? I think this is just too good to lose potentially.
Are you my master?
This is like a game-ending sort of play in and of itself. So. I don't know. It's like maybe 9 damage to the face, right? It's kind of maybe one of the best treasures in the game, I feel like, for early runs. I feel like you could probably farm MMR off just this alone. Are there any fire treasures? Yeah, that's actually what I'm playing for, is there's a passive fire treasure, Flame Waves or something like that. I don't remember the name, but it is exactly perfect for this. Okay, so either clear a minion here or we deal 3 of the face and set up for like a perpetual flame, maybe. I don't know. Let's just see. I kind of don't love being at 14 because this deck has Grom Hellscream sometimes. Yeah, Wind Fury doesn't really do anything for me. Forked Lightning's, I guess, just the most reliable tool for us. We always take both. Way too reactive, right? Like I want to hit. I want to deal damage here. We might just go ahead and go no take a lava burst, honestly. Just trade these in and oh, it's trading in itself. Okay, even easier. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go. We'll just try to end the game here. Oh, definitely gonna go. Definitely gonna go. This is actually insane. So here's 8. That's good enough usually. Here's another 4 if we need more, but you know, not all at once, I guess. Oh, okay. That's fine. They're alive on board with hero power as far as they know, but certainly not actually alive. What do you know? bonus damage.
The storm is in me.
Cool. Actually brutal. This stack is just this like speedy start sometimes. It's just bonkers. Okay. Choose
Hail
a
at
treasure.
RegisKillbin. How are you doing on this
Oh!
glorious day?
Oh my god. Hey, Grimgrod, dude. I'm doing great, man. How are you doing today? I've had a good day. Been I did sit way too late and way too long working on these stupid try hard thumbnails, dude. They take too long. Like, yes, they're glorious. Like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen, right? Like, yes, it's amazing, but it takes a while. Like, it's worth every second. Don't get me wrong. But it takes a long time to make these. And I don't know if they're going to get any views, but hey. So, you know, these are really debatable here, I would say. I really like Fire Shaper in this deck, right? Because we want a lot of like chip damage and we want a lot of damage. This is a fire spell synergy, which we're trying to play for, but I don't really think the Flame Elementals are that rewarding, particularly given how few fire spells I currently have. The payoff for the other fire spell synergy card is going to be much, much higher. So I think we actually take Fire Shaper here just because that's more chip damage and supports every spell in the deck, right? Which we have a lot of other spells that are not fire spells. So we'll take Fire Shaper and just try to get more fire spells and that next fire synergy card. Okay. Definitely don't love this. I mean, Feral Spirit's okay, Thanos okay, but it's not great. Don't love this at all. This is awful. Kind of like this. Lightning bolts are good. The Stormforge Axe does unfortunately break the Cage Match Custodian, but I like the 1-drop. Oh, actually, this is terrible. Why is this the 1-drop? I can't have overloaded mana crystals, man. It's like they just took the word overload and put it in here. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, if you don't have this hero power, but it's kind of wacky. Oh, I just really don't want any of these. I think this is still the best, but it's not great. Also, I was hoping to get another fire spell to encourage that other fire spell synergy. Because how are we going to test the fire spell passive if we don't get it? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. They really need to change the passive so you still have overloaded crystals, but at the start of your turn, they're unlocked before they activate, so you can actually play overload synergies. Oh, that's a cool idea. That's a cool idea, because it does break a whole like section of the game. That said, maybe that's a balance mechanism. I wouldn't be shocked if that was by design, so that you're limited a little bit on what you can do, because otherwise it might be the best of both worlds. That could be too strong. I don't know. Maybe intentional, but I feel you. I think I would like that personally if it's not broken. Yeah, I think we're gonna play the Flame Wreath on 3 pretty much always. So Scorpion on 3 seems wrong. So let's just look for like a 2-drop or a better line. Guidance on 1 is certainly okay. We don't have only like a couple tempo-y 1-drops, so getting greedy for those seems backwards. What is this hero power? Is this the dude hero power? Summon a recruit and then add another one to your hand. Man. Okay, that's a good draw at least. They are gonna get some recruits though. This is a crazy start, dude. I'm a little bit worried, man. Do I need Perpetual Flame right now? I do. Give me my Perpetual Flame, please. I can get one off Guidance. I could get one off Wand Maker. I could draw one naturally. Also a secret up. Oh my Yog is scary already. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and coin to test. Is Oh My Yog in the pool, actually? This is a real secret. Apparently it is still. Yeah, there's Darkmoon stuff in the pool, right? Yeah. Okay, not Oh My Yog. We missed a 1-1 with our snipe, unfortunately. I think we'll try to trade here and see if it connects, and if so, we'll just Molten Blast. Like an Avenge or something, whatever, that's fine. We're limiting the future 1-1s, so don't mind giving them a little bit of stat value. Fire Shaper, hit the right stuff, man. What are you doing? Fire Shaper, come on. Okay, going face already. I think I'm pretty chill with that. We should be able to recover, I hope. Fire Shaper, Lightning Bolt, whatever. It's all really good stuff. Maybe I go Guidance here, actually. Just to give me plenty of, like, chances to get reactivity. Because I know I've got, like, really good, strong onboard plays with Flame Wreath and Inara. So I think I'll, like, win the board and deal damage. So, like, using this for burst damage is probably not as important as using it for recovery. And I mean, it can obviously turn into burst damage as well, so it's kind of a bonus. Ooh, nice snipe. Okay, cool. So now 2 lightning bolts in hand. Tidal Surge is cool too. Need some healing, we're good to go. Wand Maker Hero Power, I bet. What do you want to bet? No, Secret and Recruit. Oh, a Lost in the Jungle. Woo.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Crazy, man. They're buffed. Yeah, I think we still just play this dude, right? I think I kill recruits over wand makers, right? Oh, Avenge again. Oh, man. Maybe I have to Lightning Bolt then. Or actually, Tidal Surge is good, too. Let's do that. Beautiful. Fire Shaper is kind of the natural counter to this. It's occurring to me. It's really rather amazing. Just pinging off 1/1s constantly. I love it. Barnes? That's not from his deck. It's probably not going to be a high roll here. No, certainly not. Okay. No, I think we still go Faceless, right?
Don't distract.
Do we snipe again? No. Just keeping the board in check against Paladin seems to make sense to me. I don't know. It seems like they might have some buffs or something that scare me. So, I mean, we're going to get there on damage of the 7/7 stick. So, like, trying to force extra Lightning Bolts face or something, it seems unnecessary at the moment. I wouldn't mind getting an R in to corrupt that Dunk Tank, though, because Dunk Tank with AoE is really, really cool, of course, against wide boards like this. Or maybe just go for the buff here and try to snipe these off. Reincarnate's not very useful. I think I just go in Aura still. Also one of these face and see if I can't snipe a 1/1 here. Snipe a dude. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, pretty much set up for lethal now. Rather dominant position. Yeah, this Fire Shaper is just like, it's got to be very discouraging, right? Like really, really discouraging. Bum ba dum ba dum bum. Yeah, I'm looking swole. Yeah. Magic of Photoshop, huh? It's amazing what it can do. I like Pure Cold a little better than Enrage. Like, we do technically have synergies for Enrage with Inara to, like, turn this into an extra 6 damage, right? And it is a little bit cheaper, but I like the freeze on Pure Cold, and I like that Pure Cold's a spell, and I like that this can go around taunts. So despite this being, you know, slightly less synergistic and having slightly less upside, I think I vastly prefer the flexibility, basically, of Pure Cold. I don't know if flexibility is the right word, but like utility, I guess. Utility probably is the word. So we'll take Pure Cold. Oh, yes. Give me those fire spells, baby. And just Perpetual Flames seem completely insane. Lady Vosh also, you know, I don't hate. Lady Vosh is fine. Some draw value put into the deck might be nice. That might be enough fire spells to give me the juicy fire card. Whew, let's hope. Let's hope. 7 mana adventures in duels? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, the horror says, man, it's been too long. It's Boo Diddley. Not sure if you remember me. You come back to Hearthstone after a long while. Oh, well, welcome back, Boo Diddley. I like your new name. Oh, the horror is funny. Although Boo Diddley's pretty amusing too. I kind of dig both.
I'm a true original.
Let's keep one Perpetual Flame in case, and then I think a Stormforged Axe is cool, but look for better tempo plays than a Lightning Bolt, right? Okay, well, don't really need two, but whatever. And the sub from Oh the Horror, 18 months. Oh my god, that's fantastic, dude. Rather amazing. 1.5 years. I'm curious what made you come back to Hearthstone, Boo Diddley / Oh the Horror. What do you prefer to be called? I'll have to do Boo Diddley for a bit to get my brain acclimated to your name now, but okay. Perpetual Flame is insane. Actually crazy. Did I waste my Fire Shaper? Oh, it goes off after. Perfect. That makes sense. Of course it does. Not in between. It's not casting individual copies every time. Paladin spell, summon 5 random adventurers. Oh, what about party up in duels? I don't know what the question means then, I guess. Oh, is it available? Oh, yeah, it should be available. I gotcha. I understand the question now. Yeah, I think it should be. I don't really mind this, right? Just kind of just let that chill. We'll catch it up later. I mean, it could snowball into some value. It already drew a bunch of cards, but the damage is done mostly, hopefully. Okay, yeah, see. Nothing. You got nothing. It's another decent Perpetual Flame, I guess, yeah. It's not amazing, I guess, but pretty good. Next turn I can go Inara with this weapon up and just whack for 8, I guess, probably. I don't know. Might do something else if we need to, but probably want to start pushing towards ending the game already. I don't know. Their deck's definitely more like, I don't know, minion-based, it seems. Mine's definitely more spell-based, so I might have a hard time winning the board for a consistent amount of time, so probably just need to go. Use Lightning Storm to recover later if I need to. Here's another test. I don't currently have the damage, right? So I do need to find like that Lava Burst or something. But I'm hoping we can keep up in time and maybe Fireheart opens up a line or hit a Guidance or whatever. And they still have to deal with the Inara probably, so putting them on the back foot a little bit's nice. It's not too bad. Looks like my 2/2 might connect again. Oh, never mind. It will not. I'd have to go Fireheart this turn depending on what I draw. I'd like to just draw Lava Burst and go face with Diligent. Oh, okay. Let's make him have it, right? They could obviously have the heal here, but let's make him have it. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure it out. That was not even that likely. That was a 1 in 15. Jeez, that's cool. Now I just need to draw Pure Cold off the top, so even if they do heal, they're still dead. Actually, I don't really have mana for that, but is there anything cheap enough? Tidal Surge is 3 mana, I guess, right? That'd be pretty good. That would heal out of range. They have to get it this time, though. That looks like a concede to me, right? Otherwise, you'd hit my minion. No reason to hit theirs. I don't think there's anything at 1 that heals. Cool. Another cheese win here, man. I think we would have been fine, frankly, anyway, right? Like, we could have just Lightning Stormed and Earth Shocked and started fire shaping our way through their board, and eventually Fireheart probably would have found the out if we hadn't top decked it. But hey, I'll take the top decks. Give me the treasure. No, these are. I don't have any plays for these, man. Why am I getting Death Rattle passives? I literally don't. I have 1 Death Rattle in my deck. I have literally 1 Death Rattle out of 24 cards, and I got 2 Death Rattle passives. I don't even really have that many Battle Cries. I have a few. I'm definitely gonna take the Battle Cry one. It's fine, but it's not exactly like hyper synergistic. I just don't understand. Like, I don't want it to be deterministic, right? Like I don't want the treasures to be solved, but they have to be, you know, complementary at worst, I think. When you really have functionally one choice here, I just don't know. That's not very fun, right? Like you want to have multiple legitimate choices. So I think for these sorts of really specific synergistic cards like Death Rattles, right? I think you have to have a check in place for these. It's like if, you know, this may be way harder than I'm positioning it, right? I obviously don't know how the behind the scenes on this work. This may not be trivial at all, but I think it's something that needs to be there if Duels is going to be as successful as it can be. So I'm not saying this is easy, but perhaps necessary. Some kind of check in place that says like, look, if the deck is not at least 10% Death Rattle cards or something, or maybe even more than 10%, because that would still only be like 2 or 3, you know, maybe 20% Death Rattle cards or whatever the magic number is, right? Then don't offer these Death Rattle treasures. Offer something that's more like generic in nature, so that it doesn't feel so hampering, you know. And maybe there aren't enough treasures available to do that consistently. I don't know, but you know, just these are just, you know, really hard to work with. Now that said, we can kind of try to pivot this deck maybe a little more into some Battle Cry synergies if we want. I don't think we want to go too hard though. We still definitely want to maintain our, I think, our damage output sort of strength. And this deck or this bucket seems to do that very, very well. We'll just use our you know, handful of smaller Battle Cry minions to kind of draw burst damage at this rate. So. You know, Ace Be Mad, 8 months, man. That's fantastic, dude. He has to take the treasure so good it was nerfed twice. Well, I want you to think about that for a second and perhaps understand why maybe that's not as good as you think it is. Maybe there's something in your sentence that implies maybe it's not that great anymore. Maybe it got nerfed twice. But that's not even really the issue. The issue is the deck fits. It's not the quality of the treasure. That's like saying you're in the desert and you're dying of thirst, and somebody comes along and offers you a Lamborghini, and you're like, he didn't want the Lamborghini? What an idiot! Everybody wants a Lamborghini. It's like, dude, I just need some water, man. A bottle of water is worth way more than a Lamborghini when you're dying in the desert, right? So, you know, it's all about what you need, not about general quality. Anyway. This is an interesting opener. I like this. Hey, Jay Zeiger, dude. Doing good, man. How are you doing, Jay Zeiger? Maybe you should be on the player to build a deck that could take advantage of multiple prizes. The problem with that logic is when you do that, right? When you build a deck that has like too many angles, which you can do, right? You can add 5 Death Rattle cards, 5 Battle Cry cards, 5 Fire spells, 5 Nature spells, whatever, right? That's too many cards, I understand, but you get the idea. What happens is there are still guys out there, other people playing Duels, who add all Death Rattle cards and all Battle Cries and still happen to offer their treasure. And they have an insanely awesome synergistic deck, and you have a merely okay deck. Right? Because you're getting basically a fifth of the total possible value off of a passive, whereas they're getting the full possible value off of a passive. So you can't really win that much, because what happens is those better people who have the exact fits for their deck start to move up because they're obviously winning a lot of games, and then you start to face them and you lose always because they have the optimal decks. I mean, I guess, yeah, if you always want to play for like 3 or 4 wins, perhaps trying to build a jack of all trades deck could maybe facilitate that. I think it'd still be more awkward than perhaps being represented, but perhaps. But it's no way to position a deck to win, which, by the way, it might be a fundamental flaw of the dual structure. Oh, I forgot this was free. Whoops. Should have played this. I don't know if there's an easy answer to that, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's a problem. I honestly, I think the solution that seems to make the most sense for me for duels, and I don't even know if this is a good solution either, but one that I've thought about some is it's just not bringing in your own deck, right? Like if you have to adapt your deck to your treasures versus the other way around, then I think a lot of those problems get naturally solved, because what happens is, you know, you don't have any expectations set, you don't have any framing set necessarily so much, right? And nobody's deck fits quite as well, and nobody's able to go all in on a particular thing and hit that perfect treasure, right? Because nobody has a deck that's designed to hit a perfect treasure. So if we had arena deck construction and then we were trying to fit everything together more on the fly, I think that would just be much, much better. The challenge for that is Blizzard wanted to, I think, monetize duels via your deck. Like they wanted you to have to use your collection, right? Your cards, so that cards mattered, which, okay, that's a reasonable enough goal, I guess. But it has kind of, I think, introduced this underlying flaw to the whole system that's hard to get around. So in an effort to monetize the mode as much as they could, they may have just shot themselves in the foot a little bit. But I don't know. You know, you'd have to see the other side of it. You'd have to see the counterfactual, and it's hard to say that with any confidence without having played an alternative. In other words, I don't really know the solutions. I don't know if there are any solutions. It's a hard nut to crack, I think. Wow, I just really don't want any of these. I mean, this is damage technically, right? So I think I'm gonna take it, but I don't know. I think I might evolve too. Like, just because it's more pressure on board usually, right? Oh yeah, they got way bigger. Oh my god, yeah. Cool. Let's go ahead and put this in, I guess. I don't know. Make them think about it. They have this hero power, so it's a little bit risky to overcommit, but let's make them think about it. Oh, the horse is playing Death Row Team. How do you made the video on? Great video. Deck is strong. Yeah, it does indeed feel crazy strong. Yeah. Isn't that Felsaver card from Stormwind? No, this is from Dark Moon Races, actually. Very rarely seen card. It's one of the like riders in the race, you know. That's why it's like on a Felsaver. Some lady on a Felsaver or whatever. Okay. We are definitely running out of gas here. But I'm going to use the spell damage while I've got it. Actually, my god, how much? Oh. Oh, that doesn't get affected by spell damage. No! I didn't know. The freeze actually mattered, though, because they had the greedy pickaxe. That's crazy. Duels should have been monetized the same way as Arena. It's a shame they kneecapped the mode. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Again, I don't know. I don't have the answers, right? I'm just expressing the kind of feelings I've had, the experiences I've encountered playing the mode, like the times it makes me feel certain ways, right? But I don't really know. I don't know. It's just really hard, I think. It's really hard, I think. I'd love more deck building in between games, moving cards. I do think that would help, yeah. I think that would help a lot. Oh my god. Feoris's Blade. Ugh. First off, Ancient Reflections always seems to break something. Like Inara would be just insane. You'd have, you know, Wind Fury with 14 attack. That's pretty nuts. Actually, it's pretty good with spell damage cards for us too, honestly. Because we could get like really cheap Lightning Bolts, Ancient Reflection, like a Novice Zapper, and just go to town. I really like Feoris's Blade, but I don't really want to be trading that much. Like, you have to kind of trade with this to get it to be any good. Last time we picked that card, I felt like I was regretting it most of the time. Yeah, I think I'll take Ancient Reflections. There's just, you know, crazy things that can happen with this card, and crazy things are often really good in duels. Okay, here's a Battle Cry, Battle Cry, Battle Cry. That's actually really intriguing with our hero power, right? Or our passive. Mancrick, I think, is also just really good for us. Scoundrel's okay. Primordial Protector, I'm not in love with, right? It's draw a pure cold, I guess, and summon a 5-drop. I mean, that's actually not the end of the world. Sometimes it'll draw Dunk Tanks or Ancient Reflections, too. Yeah, I think this is it. I don't really care about either of these, so. Don't love the Protector, but card draw's okay. Battle Cries are good. It's actually gonna draw 2 cards, I guess, huh? That's not bad. Oh, all right. Yes, true, Skitsy. Yeah, Battlegrounds has been free and easy to get into, and it's definitely helped the mode's success and popularity. I hope Mercenaries does the same thing. I don't know why Duels got the different treatment. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about Duels. That's why I'm speaking rather confidently and passionately about them, because I'm trying to prep a video in my brain. I need to say these things. I got to go say them in a video in a day or two. So I'm glad I'm getting the opportunity to sort of throw these thoughts out there. People will undoubtedly disagree in some cases, but that's okay. We're allowed to disagree and still love and respect one another. Okay. Yeah. Do we keep this just for craziness? Maybe we keep this for craziness. I'm not expecting anything crazy, but, you know, it's just... pop-off potential is a fun thing to have available, you know. Yes, yeah, last time we got that Worshipper was awesome. Yeah, that was really cool. No Battle Cries for us, unfortunately. Ooh, they got Battle Totem and Ever-Changing Elixir. They could have some sick, cheap Battle Cry plays. Where they play a cheap Battle Cry and then it just gets evolved, you know? Like, that would be sick. Get the value off the Battle Cry, but also get the insane body off the higher cost minion, potentially. This is kind of spooky. Maybe they'll roll into something that's awesome for Wandmaker, though. Yeah, see, this is going to be a 3-drop. They gave them 2 spells. That's really cool. And what a 3-drop it is. I could get 7 Warsong Commanders. I guess I'd kill it just because it might get evolved if I don't, right? That's kind of gross. How did I get this landslide, by the way? This is really bad. Was this just in a bucket I grabbed? I didn't even remember getting this. What bucket was this in? I don't remember where I got this from, but whatever. Ooh, 4-drops are gross. They have flame waves? Oh, man, that's what we wanted to get. Flame waves, dude. I'm so sad. Coin a flame wreath, but how big is this going to be? It could be its own flame wreath. Oh, it was from the guidance bucket. Oh, okay. I don't even really remember getting a guidance bucket, if I'm being totally transparent with you guys. I may have had a stroke somewhere along the way. I can't really, in good conscience, play a faceless into a Crawlisk bark stripper. I could get a bunch of those. It's not that bad, I guess. It's kind of cool. Let's just make sure this goes off. Oh, this is gonna feel bad though if I I should have. Well, no, it didn't matter when I coined, I guess. I may lose some damage here, I guess, right, from this coin. Yeah, I pretty much always do. Oh, you know what I should do? I should hit it first and see what happens, right? If it kills it, I'm not going to coin. Let's just kill it and let's see. Let's take the 50-50. Okay, cool. If it would face, I was going to coin a lightning bolt, and potentially lose, you know, potentially lose a Fire Shaper ping, which is certainly not the end of the world. Glad I hesitated there, and that was certainly the better line. What is Lord Jaraxxus' favorite video game? The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I enjoyed that one as well, so. Oh my god, it's all bananas. Oh my god, he actually got a Flame Wreath Faceless. I was joking about that being a thing that would happen, and it actually happened. That is so, so stupidly annoying. I mean, come on! It's so ridiculous. I mean, in this case, it really wasn't that much of an upgrade, but usually this would have gotten worse if we had a fair shake there. Man, do I try to kill this ever? I don't think so. Do I coin a banana just so this is like alive on board? Maybe. Feels so bad. If this gets hit again, I could try to snipe it. No, it didn't. Okay. It could try to kill it for the 50-50. I don't think this we're taking 7 damage though. It would have been really risky. Really, really risky. But at least this now demands, you know, an extra step of removal of some sort. I'm sure they're going to have some awesome answer. I'm not thinking it's really going to do much, but you never know. Might. Am I going to get anything good off this Reflections? I sure hope so. Why no copy it? I don't know what good 1/1. This turns them into 1/1s. Maybe you're forgetting that. I don't really think 1/1 facelesses are particularly exciting. I want, like, you know, effects, card text, basically. Oh, okay. That is real spooky. No, they were full size. No, it would be. It would be totally nuts. Yeah, this would also be like the best card in Duels, I think, because you could just play it exactly for that, right? Like play it for the crazy upside and stuff. That would probably be too good. Just stats, you know, big old body of stats. Okay. This is cheaper, so this is actually perfect. I discover a card and I draw a cheap card as well. Cool. We like Molten Blast for face damage. We also like this because it just draws a card and it's cheaper. Oh, never mind. That's an idiot. It's only the first card in a turn for Rally the Troops. I knew that and I forgot. I just really liked the tempo here. That's all. It's sort of true. I probably should hold the 0 cost card though to chain it next turn because I may not have another cheap battle cry. Next turn I have Reflections on this. Is that worth for the Lightning Bolt? I don't have a ton of extra mana as the downside. Ooh, play those. Yes. That may give me a lethal here. Oh, whoa. Book of Honors burn, or Book of the Dead, I mean, burned. Wow. Oh, I could revolve the 1/1s. Oh my god, you're right. That's actually insane. Oh my god. Yes. Reflections into this and to revolve is nuts. They all become 8-drops. Oh my god. That is actually insane. Yes. Yes, I love it. Okay.
I am the blade of the goddess.
Just double check I don't have any like lethal outs right now. Of course not. Oh my god, you guys are geniuses. Yes. His minions are also going to get bigger, unfortunately. Maybe I should kill one of them, or perhaps even try to kill both of them. Because they're gonna get big if I don't. Let's see if this gets killed or not. We might actually snipe both. That would be so sick. No, not quite. But that was the important one, right? Because it was the high cost unit. Oh, baby. Okay. Casual Tyrion. Casual 610. This guy clears the rest of the board. Nice little Arcane Devourer for the bananas. Like, this minion's so insane with the 2 bananas. Oh my god. What did we talk about with Age of Reflections? Just totally breaks the game every time. That is cool, dude. That is really cool. All right. Well, they need to have removal with 5 mana here. Elemental Destruction or something's possible. I've seen that before, but they're not no overloads, so they may not have like grabbed that card if it was in buckets. I don't even know. That's not even really enough, I guess, is it? How much damage does Elemental Destruction do? I can't even remember. Does it deal 10? 5? What does it do? 5 to 7 or something? I really can't remember. I can't remember how it works. Look at this guy. I love it. A little bit of BM, I'm sorry. I had to. It was just too perfect with the bananas. You know, it's just too good. Hey, we got our Fire Spells quest done finally. Man, it's taking me forever. Ooh. I think I like Spyglass the best. This has got like the craziest pop off. Cheap spell, which is nice. This is too weird for us. This is like, I don't want another Lore Walker show, you know. Spyglass is nice and easy and cheap. Battlecry minions. This is a Battlecry minion. That is not a Battlecry minion. This is actually a really good bucket for dealing with stuff. This never works, right? Because our hero power is passive, so that's not going to do anything. What do you guys like here, man? I really don't love any of these. Earthen Might, like, yes, technically I have some elementals, but it doesn't really seem that good. There's one Battlecry here, which is, you know, it's good. I wouldn't mind having a Hot Spring Guardian. I don't feel like I have enough elementals to really make Earthen Might feel worth it, though. I mean, it is just a buff sometimes for damage, but that's not really something I'm excited about. I kind of just like this to deal with, like, crazy stuff from my opponent. Like, if they get a crazy early board or something and I need to respond to it, I think this might be the play. It definitely is not particularly synergistic. I mean, everything synergistic is a spell with Fire Shaper, I guess, technically, but, you know, not in a meaningfully super powerful way. So, loved your custom quest regions. Oh, thanks, man. I didn't even really, like... There's this thing that happens when you, like, present stuff to people, they want to critique it or whatever, which is fine. I don't care. That's great. It wasn't really my goal, though. I was hoping people would, like, make their own custom quest ideas in the comments, which a few people did, but really not as many as I'd hoped. I was, like, looking forward to trolling the comments to find those. Okay, let's hold here to get our weapon. Tempest Fury is really cool, so... Even though I don't love having the axe, it just guarantees the treasure draw off the Fury. Plus, the Battlecry in hand here gets me another card as well that's cheap, so... All in all, a pretty powerful combo. Are you guys as triggered by as much as I am by the art not filling the frame in cards like Fire Shaper here? There's a few instances of this that have popped up in duels that we've noticed. Oh, double Battlecry on that. Crazy. 2 elementals in hand. First, I actually thought this was cage match. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really thought he had 2 weapons in hand for most of that. I'll be transparent. Okay. It really bugs me. I feel like it's so anti-Blizzard to have something this unpolished in Hearthstone. And maybe nobody's noticed, maybe nobody's like passed it on or whatever, but it's been here for a while. And there's multiple examples of it. So it's I don't know, it's just one of those little things that feels really un-Blizzardy to me. Maybe I'm overreacting about it. I don't know. Insane for Perpetual Flame again. Just absolutely insane. Perpetual Flame is actually sort of broken in this. Ooh, cheap Fireheart. So good. Primal Fusion's not so good. I don't know how we're going to use this. I don't think I have any totems, do I? Might randomly generate a totem or something? I don't know. Could try. Probably got to play the Faceless. I was looking at Mankrik really nicely there, but this is just a big old 7/7. Now that you've pointed it out, it's bothering me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just one of those little tiny things, you know. It's no big deal. It doesn't really affect your experience much, but it's sort of another reminder to me that Duels is not a priority, you know, that it's not getting a lot of eyeballs or attention, or I feel like it would have got caught, you know. And what I feel like is there's probably one person who's working really hard on Duels, or a few people or whatever working really hard on Duels, and you know, for them it's just hard to keep up with everything. So I'm really sympathetic there, but these things still kind of jump out at you, you know. Do I cast this just to try to ping that? I think so. Okay. It's worth a shot there. It's like one of the few times the ping might be decent, so just go for it. Kind of feel bad I played for this Tempest Fury super hard and I haven't used it yet because other things just seem to be lining up a little better. I am very light on resources right now. I sort of need a guidance or something to generate more value off Fireheart, probably. Like, she can definitely generate a ton of value, but I kind of hate to make her do it by herself, you know? Oh, okay. That's cool for later, probably. Is this for the Hex? I don't think so, right? There's 4 random elementals in hand. They might be rather big dudes. I sort of hate the Tempest Fury here, too, though. Devolving Missile's also not good. Maybe it is the Hex, just for lack of anything more interesting to do. Boy, what a... maybe it's time to go Firehard. It just feels really early at 6. I think I can wait one more turn on the Firehard and do more. I have the Devolving Missile, so I'm gonna hold the I'm gonna use the Hex basically now, just for free. For free, he says. Yeah, this is a bit icky right now. I'm a little bit nervous. Corin, hey Corin, thanks 100 bits by the way. One thing that irks me is that the special weapon says cast a lightning bolt. Yes, yeah, does Bupkis with spell damage. Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I don't know if that's consistent or inconsistent with other effects. I don't really remember well, to be honest, but I did notice that same thing earlier.
Never be afraid of your inner power.
Oh, guidance is great. Okay, so many resources. That's exactly what I wanted, really. Oh yeah, we take both always. I always forget we're like lightning bolt a lot, actually. Let's go ahead and try to get through this, I guess. Fire Shaper will probably eat it alive now. Guidance again. Okay. Gonna have too many cards soon. Oh my god, the value here is actually just busted. Let's actually take no fin, right? Because again, I think Fire Shaper will kill this off most of the time. Okay, or not actually ever going to kill it off, I guess. I get one more shot here for this 50-50. If this one doesn't go through, I'm gonna be a little bit tilted. We've missed 3 in a row. Oh my god. We missed 3 or 4 in a row. How many spells did I cast after that went to 1? I don't remember, but it was a lot. It was a lot. It's so stupid. Like, I never take the crackle to the minion there, right? I don't think so. I think we made the right call. Just really bad luck. I stand by that line. Just really unfortunate. Did the crackle only deal 3? I didn't even notice. Oh no, it dealt 6. Cool, okay. I did get 3 extra face damage. You're right. Off. That's what you mean by the 3 damage off the Fire Shaper. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's good. Is he gonna? I thought for a second he was gonna go face. I was so excited because Lightning Storm becomes like insane at that rate. Okay. Let's see. I kind of want to do this pretty much always, I think. So for the sake of Fire Shaper pings, which I guess can't hit minions anyway, we're finding out. It just doesn't hit minions. I was gonna say, I think I take that out of play since we know the damage is gonna line up on it. I really like the battle cry here, right? It's cool. Do I even play it now, maybe? I don't think so. I think we just take this. Oh, maybe we do play it now then. Yeah, we do play it now. Never mind. I lied. We're going to 10 cards. Shoot, that's not good. Well, it doesn't really matter. Perpetual Flame, another one of those instances where you cannot play this. I wish I had the agency there to play that, but whatever. We've talked about that before. He did look like Neo, yeah. Bronze Elemental dodging bullets like Neo for sure, dude. That's a great example. Oh, that's a cool combo. A great way to remove minions all at once. That's kind of nice. Do I have any kind of lethal here? Oh, yes. Oh. Oh my god. Yes, dude. Ancient Reflections is so broken, dude. Oh my god. I love it. Ooh, fun fire stuff. That's cool. Here's some damage output too, actually. I kind of like this, honestly. Well, I don't really love Fire Plume Harbinger. Oh, it is a cheap battle cry. I kind of do love it. It just cycles into another. These are 2 battle cries, though. I like this, though. I like Lava Burst damage. Rag is potentially damage output, which is fine, whatever. I don't really need the Rag, but I like the first 2 cards quite a bit. Yeah, I'm going to take this, I think. Oh, we could Rag Reflections if it lives. Yeah. once again, yeah, broken reflection plays. Pretty cool. Pretty sweet. I love it. Hey there, Reed, says Kenneth. Been watching your try-hard climb lately. It's fun to see how good you are at the game when you aren't testing the memes. Oh, thanks, man.
Welcome.
It's a good reminder for me, too. I mean, I still don't think I'm, like, great at the game or anything, but it's a reminder that I am quite capable at the game sometimes when I concentrate and play real deck, and then we suddenly have an 80% win rate. Like, that's pretty cool, actually. I'll be honest. I'm happy with the results, to be sure. You always fear like you're gonna try hard and it's not gonna go well, and then suddenly it's just like, oh, we only lost 3 games on a legend or something, you know, whatever it was, a little more than 3, but. Coran, I don't think I did read your follow-up. You've Brucon not buffing Raz, so that means nature spell damage is separate. Oh, that makes sense to me, I think, actually. It being kind of a distinct keyword, I'm okay with that, I think. That one doesn't bother me as much. But a good note for sure. Hey, Oxidizer and Glacia with 2 Prime subs out of nowhere. Thank you, folks. That is actually really cool. We don't get too many rare new Prime subs, man. That's nice. Okay, yeah. Okay, I can work with this. Mancreek's awesome to cycle. Spyglass just, you know, potentially a ton of value. This hero power is a little spooky. I got a lightning storm. I was gonna say I don't really have too much. Well, I have perpetual flames. Never mind. I have a lot of AoE. I was gonna say I don't have any AoE, but I actually have a ton. We're probably good there. What did I get? Ooh, okay, that's really nice and cheap. Also, we need to have answers to this on turn 7 potentially. Oh my god, this is so sick with their hero power. Wow, dude, that's cool. I actually need like my devolving missiles, man. That's cool. They're gonna hero power that sucker, get an insane board. That's awesome, dude. Really, really cool. I wonder how many death titles they have for this. Like, did they play into this? Probably, yeah, because they're hero power. We've seen that a lot. Oh, not gonna hero power. Huh. I have to say, I'm actually a little surprised. I'm gonna go ahead and use this since we get another one. And I still have the lightning storm too. I'm a little shocked. Oh, taunt? Wait, oh no, it still keeps going? I didn't know it kept going. I thought it was gonna stop. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna stop at the reborn phase. It just keeps going? Wow, I didn't know it keeps going. That it was actually busted then. Okay. Do I do it again? I mean, I kind of want to do this just to get a bunch of 1/1s, but this feels premature this time, right? Indeed really is perpetual. Yeah, they aren't lying about the perpetuity here. Do I maybe just play this for the buff? I don't know if wisps are that good. I think I just play this for the buff and trade. Just to stabilize more stuff. Oh, but there's gonna be 2 of these pop out. I'm actually gonna do this again. There is a chance something high health pops out and ruins this is the only downside. Maybe I just summon the wisps so I have better trades. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the wisps. Just to give me better trades on board, right? I don't know. This just lines up really well into various things. Yeah, this is still 5/5 in stats. I think this is right. Druid's probably not great at answering these either, so I feel good about this. Took a minute to get there, but I like it. Okay, that would have only had 3 health, guys. Not many 4 health 2 drops now I think about it. It's pretty unlikely, really. But look at this. Oh, those are at 4. Oh, but I can trade. How beautiful. This poor guy, dude. This poor guy. Oh, I did give him a random spell, but that's kind of unavoidable, I guess. This poor guy. He doesn't know. Oh, wait, did I play the wrong one? He might actually know I have a third one. That was probably the wrong one. I played it from the right hand. I doubt he's really hand tracking that closely, but technically I showed that I have a third one. Which, I mean, whatever, who cares? He's a 23 somehow. I feel like I haven't even done anything yet. Am I going to play a Naked Rag? Could always hold the Rag for the Ancient Reflections now that it's 6 mana, but I don't think that'll be worth. Probably just going to play a Naked Rag. Do I have any lethals here, though, too? 10, 14, and 5. 19. Rag also probably just better. Did I count this? 21. Is there a lethal with Perpetual Flame and Flame Shaper trade? Perpetual Flame, he's at 22. I have 9, 10, 13, 18, 19, 20. I think I'm 1 or 2 off. 21. I think I'm 1 off. Is Lightning Storm the same? Yeah. Oh, and it's way more mana. Yeah, I'm a little off lethal, right? I think. In which case, let's just... Oh, this is a bad 50-50. I didn't realize. Shoot. I don't know about this. Okay. You know where it is, Rack. Good job, buddy. That'll certainly set us up. Lava Burst Stormforged is cool. He'll play Wisps here, maybe if he wants, but he's dead. That doesn't really matter. I think I was 1 off lethal, right? And he had Locust, too. Wow, that's strong. Somebody double check all that I just counted out, right? Basically, that thing being at 4 health and not guaranteeing the Perpetual Flame, I think meant I didn't have a lethal. Would Rag at 6 mana be played? Well, Rag got played at 8 mana, right? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if he played nowadays at 8 mana, I guess. But, yeah, I think that's certainly possible. Oh, I love Loyal Sidekick, actually. I do kind of wish it had Battlecry, but I don't like either of these that much. We're not that minion-based. This is self-sufficient. So, it's already pretty big, so... Sure. Guy can get nice and nasty. Good Battlecry, actually, for us. Pretty good minion set. Oh, these are 2 really nice Battlecries. I don't even hate Kalamos, honestly. But these are just so cheap, right? Cheap, awesome Battlecries to fuel rally the troops. So I think I take these. Basically, you hate running low-cost cards in duels sometimes because you run out of gas. You don't have enough impact. But when they cycle into other cards, it's not a problem. So I think we'll take this. Kalamos, I mean, we'll probably find a turn where it matters. It's going to give me 3 powerful 8 mana elementals. It's kind of wild. And why is it when we were tryharding in duels so much for like the Back to Duels series? I said, okay, we're done. We got our took me forever to get good runs. As soon as I like close out that video series and move on to the next one, we've suddenly had 2 insane homebrew duels runs, where I made a deck and we just went crazy. Maybe I just got better at understanding what the mode's about and stuff. Sort of passively learned enough to get better, perhaps. Because we're definitely finding, like, that Paladin run we had was nuts. Which, these are going to go on YouTube, right? Like, I'm putting up the Paladin run tomorrow, I think. But just crazy how once I kind of closed out that loop, it suddenly turned into something amazing. Okay, Flame Wreath is always, I think, really exciting. But I'm worried we don't get AoE in this one. We're going to get murdered. Last time we had sort of the perfect, like, frustratingly perfect Druid counter, right? Like, the poor guy was hopeless almost. Let's go ahead and tempo this because I need Perpetual Flames and stuff. 3 mana and Aura is pretty cool too at chopping through 2/2s, I guess. So that's not bad. Scrying Orb is sort of scary. They're going to be fire shaping me to death and maybe playing really cheap token buffs or token generators too. I'm a little bit spooked here. Crystal Power on a minion does not bother me so much. Give me a cheap Battlecry. Not a cheap Battlecry. Do I set up the Phoenix for now or just tempo the Zapper for now? Kind of waste the discount here on the Zapper, but I think it's just better to have a minion out. Even if I float, right? Anara next turn. Like if they react to this, that makes Anara much better setup. Because they're not gonna have like minions on board to trade, or if they do, then this clears them. So this just paves the way for Anara to be slightly more impactful, I think. Does he greed this with draw or clear it? He clears it. Could have tried to push there for the greed, right? Like, okay. Imagine if this lives and I top deck Reflections. That would be so insane again. Oh man, I hope I do. Please. Please. If not, I'm sure Faceless is a fine line. Coin button here, it looks like. That's fine. Anara survives is the important thing, so I get to clear these. The 2/2s anyway. Pure cold, okay. Part of me is like kind of thinking about going face already just because I don't have a lot going on for removal, and if they stabilize a board, I'm gonna need burst damage, right? And I do, you know, theoretically already have like up to 14 right here. Means we're what, 17 shy? So 7/7 sticks, we're 10 shy. And I mean, I don't really want to play any of these cards next turn, as far as I can tell. We might just pure cold for nothing else to do, but I'm hoping I draw anything good here. Landscaping, some kind of buff here probably, it looks like. If they can snipe, oh, they can definitely clear the Inara. Wow, they sniped the Inara twice! That's so good! Wow. Oh god, this actually feels unfair. Like it feels stupidly broken. Like it just shuts down their entire archetype. How frustrating is that? How frustrating is that? My god. So this is 15, 16 if nothing's on board. Okay. God, Perpetual Flame is so stupid. Oh.
The land serves me.
Kind of surprised they haven't been using the... Oh, man, if only. I think I still hold this for crazy pop-offs, right? Like, we just put them on it here. I'm just, like, nothing to do next turn, but frankly, at the moment, they can't even deal with a 7/7 effectively. They can hero power, and I'm surprised they haven't yet, because last turn I felt like this wasn't that strong. Maybe a hero power would have just been better to save three health or whatever. I mean, there is some argument to reflectioning that turn just to get a bunch of 1/1s to get the chip damage through, but I don't know. Man, now I'm thinking maybe I should have. Lady Vosh is just not super useful. I'm gonna go ahead and use the thing on her, right? Just so I have a lot of minions. And now they kind of have to kill all of these if they want to live, and they can currently kill 4, so we'll see. I don't think I'm ever dead at 2 cards, right? I mean, I guess it's possible. They have 14. I mean, double Savage Roar or something. Is Savage Roar even available? I don't know. I guess it's in the bucket sometimes. Possible. I think super unlikely, but possible. My deck is basically all Lady Vosh now. Which, it's fine, actually. Reborn Protector is going to draw me a Hex or a Dunk Tank, I guess, and summon a 4-drop and another card, so... Oh, they're actually able to clear enough. Okay, cool. Good for them. That's awesome. Lady Vosh is actually a great draw for me because I draw a bunch of spells, and one of them is likely to either be a board clear or just lethal. So... What happens when you button there? I'm curious. Get a fresh one. Okay. Novice Zapper is dead. I could lose here, man. This is scary. Okay, got the Dunk Tank for lethal, but am I dead? 11 plus 8 is 19. They only need 11 damage from hand, so like a Savage Roar is totally lethal. That is not, but it's scary if they get like... Well, I guess taunts don't really matter. I'll be fine. Dunk Tank does enough. Guess they could like get healing possibly of something. Rag Light Lord or God knows what. Oh, Pyros is fun. Canopic Jars, by the way, is a super cool treasure to get for them. That's awesome. These are not the minions, though. Man, 3 low-cost, crappy legendaries. Fortunately, they're just dead. It's kind of sad. Okay, I'm gonna take a pee break. I'll be right back. We're 8-0, which is amazing for this crazy deck we made, but we'll be back and we'll do our best to finish this run. Looks like we're not taking any of those. All right, we're back. We are back. I think we always take nothing here, right? These look awful. Yeah. Weird totem stuff. I mean, Elemental Destruction and Crushing Hand are actually sort of okay, but they don't really advance my game plan, so. Get him out of here. We don't want him. I'm Rambo Regis. You pee really fast? Oh, it's just a puddle on the floor beneath me, you know, it's no big deal. I only AFK so you guys don't have to hear the sounds. Or see my face going. Which is, of course, the face everybody makes, right? I think that's what everybody does. I'm pretty sure. Literally groaning sound. I think that's normal. Oh my god, loyal sidekicks a 10-10. Holy crap, let's go. I think I actually get rid of the NR, right? It's just a little too slow right now. I need a slightly faster opener, hopefully. I have quite a few heavy cost things now. Oh, that might be nice. Okay. It's a good backup plan. I think we're kind of getting to the stage where Tempest Fury is less exciting because health totals are higher. I mean, this is, you know, what, 15 damage output basically, but oh my goodness. Spreading saplings and mending pools. So this is definitely more of like a slower value-y sort of deck, which is a little bit scary. I gotta say, they might be able to heal out of my like burst reach. So we probably definitely want to get some battle cries, get some value in this one. Keep the value going. Although currently I am just getting whacked really hard. Excuse me, sir. Would you please stop whacking? Sir, we need you to stop whacking, please. We need you to stop laughing. Whacking, not laughing. That be right back artwork is amazing. Thanks. Yeah, that's really nice, chivalrous. I'm happy with it too. My dude Noah Warner, I commission every expansion, has done an awesome job keeping a fun thematic spin on it, which is nice. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Loyal sidekick, I love. Do we try to snipe this thing or not? I think not, actually. Currently not that threatening. They're probably gonna have hacks or evolving missiles or something for this, right? Which is always sad. Oh, this is whiffing. I have both weapons in hand, right? It's still a battle cry, so I'm happy to play it because it just draws off Rally of the Troops, but oh, that is not as big as this. My treasure is bigger than yours, sir. Lightning Storm is, yeah. I can always Lightning Storm Perpetual Flame, I guess. Is that overcommitting? I don't think so, because I get to hit face for 15. And I have 2 Lava Bursts in hand. I don't think it's overcommitting, right? They set up the Gidra for next turn, hoping it would stick around too, so maybe I'm like denying something there. Like if this lives though, they're just dead, right? Like I just killed them. So maybe we just try to get out of this game quick instead of like playing for the value line that I was thinking about otherwise. They clearly didn't seem to have a great answer to the 10-10. Oh, that's just not enough. Unless they have 0 mana cards of some sort. I don't know what you'd have. Cool. Wow, we kind of got out of this one quick and easy. This dude carried. I love how he buffs himself right as he kills them. That's funny. I told you that if I told you that you had a beautiful body, yes, Cruciate, I would. That costs extra though, so just keep that in mind. I think I'm gonna take another pure gold, man. I like the damage. I draw these off Primordial Protector too, so that's kind of cool. Bag of coins, I mean, we don't have that much stuff to cheese out. Surly Mob, I don't know. I think we're just good enough reacting to things. I don't love a second pure gold, honestly. There's a lot of things I'd probably rather have, but I think it's all right. I don't really like those that much. This is 2 battle cries, but I think the deck is better as it stands. So I think we'll be making it worse if we go for that. Why are these duels runs so incredible? So incredible. So incredible now. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-dun, dun, 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 dun.
Fireheart versus Rattlegore.
Okay. Warrior. Scary always. Ooh, love the cheap battle cries. I think I keep Fireheart in hand too, just because such a power card. I doubt we need Lightning Storm against Warrior. Doubt we need Rag against Warrior either, for the record, but sure. He's a big boy. This could be a good matchup for Ancient Reflections. Warrior sometimes has some sneaky stuff happening, legendaries and stuff. Get like a bunch of, I don't know, Runthax or something. I don't know if Runthax are that good, but you know. Interesting enough. What do they have? Potion of Sparkling and Special Delivery. Woo! That's a hot pair, dude. Thankfully, I'm not too invested on board. I'm going to hold this so we can chain the Battlecry next turn that I didn't do earlier, which I learned my lesson on because I'm really, really smart and super, super careful and think very carefully about Hearthstone all the time. Never mess up at all. Not once. Never, ever messed up at Hearthstone. I don't know what you're talking about. You sound like a crazy person.
You don't pick the one, silly.
Whoa. Okay. Pure Cold into a weapon's cool next turn, I guess. I don't know. Really hate playing minions out just because we know that they're really, really good at dealing with them. But I also hate floating all of this mana right now. Warrior has life gain, but this is not a build that traditionally has a lot of life gain. There could be like a Kargath or something. So can I go ahead and invest the Lightning Bolt face just to spend some mana? I don't think so. Looks like this game's going to go long enough that we'll have plenty of time to flex in mana. This might be better utilized like against a minion that's just a really demanding removal, or just for final burst later. Maybe we weave in some spell damage with it. You know, few reasons to hold this essentially. Maybe we really need to proc Fire Shaper, that sort of thing. Yeah, Reflections on Rattlegore, when they die, they turn into 8/8s. They don't turn into 0/0s. Because it's like an enchantment, not a base effect, essentially. Now this one I'm gonna use. I don't want to play Fireheart yet. That is definitely worth flexing for mana, right? 3 mana is a big one, and we shut down this weapon's use, so maybe that makes some tiny difference in the scheme of things. Now this would be an awesome turn for them to play a sick, giant, awesome minion. I don't know what it would be, but please, if I could stick a Rag, we got some cool plays too. What awesome 3-mana minion is out there? That ain't it. That ain't the one. I know that. Okay, Spyglass is a cool card. I didn't really have anything to do this turn, so. Oh, man! This is... Yeah, I'm gonna play this, right? It's actually not terrible with Reflections because it doesn't have to survive the damage. It actually does, it does draw the card regardless, so I would overdraw in that case, but I think I'd be happy still to get, like, you know, 5, 6 extra cards in hand or whatever. But that said, we'll see. You know, we'll see. We may not want to do that for various reasons. It's pretty easy to remove and stuff, for instance. So let's see what else is going on. Hopefully they don't just like one-shot this though. Okay, we're going one for one here. Oh my god, this is a combo too. Wow. I think I'll just Earthshock here, right? Just Earthshock trade. I don't want to use the reflections. I think we can do better. Definitely think we can do better. Okay, we can use this to proc this later, so that's cool, but I'm just floating 3 mana this turn. That's pretty tough. Okay. Gonna draw one more card, usually. Pretty much always, I'd say, in fact. They've got this Potion of Sparking, but we've yet to actually see a Rush Minion or anything. There we go, there it is. Now they're going for it. Man, if they gave this like a broom effect, we would be insanely in business off the potion. The H reflections, I mean, but they didn't, so. I don't know if that's the effect I want. Man, kind of a tough spot again, huh? I need them to broom this, dude. I think I'm just gonna open here and see what I find off the battle cry, right? Dunk Tank. Can I easily corrupt the Dunk Tank this turn? Only with a Fireheart, huh? Might go Note Taker Dunk Tank, although this is so cool. I kind of hate to lose that. Could definitely just go Dunk Tank Perpetual Flame, but that feels a little wasteful to me. So much face damage. I'm just gonna go Pure Cold again. This is like a lot of damage too. Okay, we sniped. What do you know? This now becomes an AoE, which is cool. I don't know. This may not be worth the risk, but I don't think I'm taking like a ton of damage off the CTC, right? Like, just because I don't, you know, I have one thing to trade into, so it's like 2 hits off the riders, so it's like 4 extra damage. I think that's fine.
Here for a good time, for a good time.
X marks the spot.
So this is 6, 8 mana for 8 damage. Okay, this is definitely going to be a good Perpetual Flame, but should I try to hit the ETC first? Or maybe I just Dunk Tank now. Oh, let's just do this and then... oh, wait, hold up. How much is this? 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus the Dunk Tank going face. I think I Dunk Tank face here. And then see where the Fire Shaper lands and make a play with either Perpetual Flame or Lightning Bolt off of that. Let's just Perpetual Flame and then Lightning Bolt face. And then we finish with the Flame Ellie to open up the Kalamos. How much face damage does Kalamos do, guys? I cannot remember. Is it 6? Does he deal 6? Please, Senpai, make a suggestion what I should eat for dinner. I think you should have pizza. I love pizza. Pizza's so good. Eat some delicious pizza. Tacos sounds good too. Yeah, tacos sounds really good. Okay, so shifting into defense mode here. Makes sense to me. Is this a good rag opportunity? Maybe stick the rag and set up for the Ancient Reflections. I can still Kalamos the turn after. So I don't lose much. I might still have... I could copy the crushes, but they've already frenzied, so I don't think that's as good. Steak on the grill does sound amazing, yeah, but that's kind of hard to just, like, you know, whip up. You know, you gotta get the grill going. We use charcoal grill, but maybe if you have a gas grill, it's easier, but charcoal grill is gonna take a little bit of time. You gotta get the coals hot. Get it all rolling, you know. Is Kalamos good if I don't go face with it. Like, I think it's like 3 damage AoE. It's like summon some crappy 1/1s. I don't really want that. I think we're just gonna rag. It either clears or hits face. In both cases, I'm cool. If it by chance survives, which I think is super unlikely against this deck, because this deck's just really good at dealing damage to things. Of course, I can Ancient Reflections it, but it just keeps the Kalimos chain rolling while still presenting, you know, a pretty nice onboard threat. So I suspect this is the right path forward. But we'll see. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Screw me, I guess. I definitely don't want a bunch of those. This is not good at removing a single minion. I guess we go for Fireheart here. I don't know. Don't have a lot of great plays, I'd say. Okay, this is pretty close to lethal with this. That's 7. I guess not really close, I wouldn't say, but it's definitely oriented the right way. This might draw a card, but it's okay. Guidance is usually really good for me, just a lot of stuff. Oh, Devolving Missiles is actually insane. Probably gonna play that just to deal with that dude. Could go Revolve as well for kind of the same goal, and also to effectively get another card off Fireheart. She still works after this, thankfully, which is cool. Oh, whoa, Immune's fun. Lightning Bolt face, maybe? Cool with that. A little bit scary because this can buff the weapon and stuff, but surely it's not too bad, right? Okay. I don't think I'm dead usually. I mean, I guess Grom is another like 10 potentially, so that'd be like 16. I guess I could be dead, honestly, yeah. What happens if I damage this and then copy it? How does that work? Do I like, are they considered damaged? I guess not, right? They'll be considered full health and they'll lose the buff, won't they? Yeah, I think so. Either way, he knows he's dead here if he was paying attention, I think. Cool. A little bit hairy this game. Like, some of those turns felt a little, you know, not perfect. We were like pure colding a couple times. Like, yeah, it all worked out in the end because we got there, but definitely didn't feel like we were really pushing super hard, you know. That said, we are now, were we 10-0? We're freaking 10-0. That's crazy. I don't want these. I feel like the buckets are getting worse. I feel like we had good buckets early. Just want to say I really enjoyed your video about your new series. Oh, thanks, Disguised Bull, man. Yeah, it's I don't think it's gonna be super popular, particularly if I'm playing Demon Hunter a lot. I don't think people like the Demon Hunter one as much, but it's definitely good to stretch my legs competitively more, and I think the thumbnails are super fun. So I'm stretching both creatively and competitively, which is pretty cool. Good for me, for sure. Back from work, says Sylvanas. Well, thank goodness work is done. You can relax. Watch this insane Duels deck and go from there. Okay, Love Wand Maker. I actually don't hate Stormforge Axe too much.
Time for an exposure.
I definitely want to be a little less minion based. Now let's look for more Battle Cries. This is good for exactly the treasure weapon if we hold it and hit Custodian, but that's asking a lot, right? Like, you got to hit the Custodian. I don't think the treasure weapon's that good at this stage of the run. It's still solid, of course, but not that crazy. This is a really nice Battle Cry hand, and we know Fireheart can just do crazy things, so happy to see this. Ooh, wow. Cheap Battle Cries and double Battle Cries. I do think Warriors Battle Cries are a little less intimidating than some other classes, but I guess they have the crazy bomb stuff, so that's frightening. We need to win this game quickly, I bet. Oh, wow. We actually hit this. Let's wait till next turn to play it. We could even coin into the weapon, so I would have been paid. I would have paid off if I'd held the axe. Unfortunately. Oh my god! Oh, I need devolving missiles, man. Maybe I gotta play this now. That's gross, dude. That's really gross. Revolve is perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, great news. Oh my god, it's still a 5/5? Ugh. That's frustrating. I mean, it's stayed pretty good. I don't know how I feel about that. We're gonna hold this right for the cheap battle cry draw next turn, and that's pretty good for weapon too, because weapon's 3 mana. So it looks like we gotta hit this though. Man, that is a high roll 3-drop, dude. Scary stuff. This could be an amazing catch-up tool, but might take a minute. Oh, we hit the axe. That's great. So we have a guarantee on our fury now. That's cool. We almost burned a card and I did not notice, so that would have been bad news. Either one of these getting hit, I guess, is cool. I'd probably prefer this one because we're taking a lot of damage. Or just go face like an idiot. That's fine too. What do you know? It did chop off his armor, I guess, right? So that's actually worth something, but I think I would prefer the 5 health here. It's kind of the same difference as the bomb, but this one's there immediately. Okay, I actually don't... I mean, clearly my weapon was better, but this isn't the end of the world. I am dying, though, dude. Drunk Tank not corrupted, unfortunately. I mean, I can get some taunt minions here. Is that good? It sure doesn't feel good.
A tango?
Nothing actually feels good here at all.
A tango?
6 taunt minions. What is that worth? I mean, I may have to. I think I'm just desperate. I don't know. I'm just dying if I don't, I think. Why are all my pings going face? I need trade-ins, man. Oh, this is so bad. It's really bad. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to stabilize this game. I could get healing off Instructor Fireheart technically, but it's so unlikely. I already have 3 bombs in the deck. It is going to be so hard to flip this. That Mukla, I feel like, screwed me, dude. I needed that to be, you know, like a 3/3, and I would have been able to chip through it much more easily. I need, like, a Perpetual Flame now again. I should probably play this turn if I can to set up the Calamos on 6, but it's just... Is that even going to line up, you know? Like, where is my spell damage support, man? Okay, he's clearing the spell damage, not a taunt. That's actually good for me right now, believe it or not. May not be in the future, we don't know, but at the moment, technically helpful. Because I don't have any spell damage. I mean, I have the Duck Tank, but it's not corrupted, so it doesn't matter. This is suddenly a little more interesting, right? I can go like these 2 plus this. Could actually even get 2 of these, but I have to kind of take some inefficient damage and leave up a poisonous minion, maybe. I think I'm better off just playing these dudes. Honestly. Still weird math on this, isn't it? I never get a good hit on that. I just go Inara and clear here. I take extra damage, but I'm much better set up for the future, right? I think I like this, actually. It's risky because of all the extra damage I take, but I'm just way better stabilized. Still have a taunt to protect the Inara, potentially. I didn't set up the Calamos, but that's fine. We can take a turn. I'm going to need healing off this. I need, like, Tidal Wave. I don't even know what's available. There's really not much that I can think of available. So this turn I can go Deathmatch Pavilion into No Fin, maybe. Oh, I can also... No, I use my Reflections. Oh, man, I use my Ancient Reflections. No. Devolving Missiles would have been good later. Your Cold would have been really nice. They have an insanely full hand now. Jeez, Inara's gone. This is not going great. Not going great. Lava burst gone.
Test.
My hand is full, which is cool against bombs, but I can't keep it full effectively, I don't think. Can sort of keep it full effectively, but not really. I have to play stuff. Okay, this is actually worth using to chop through his armor, I think. Just in case he doesn't have an armor gain tool here. We never know. He may want to spend his mana on other stuff, so. Okay, I can play Calamos next turn and heal, actually. He heals 12, right? Oh my god, I may be dead. Shoot. Shoot. Is it my hand full? No. Oh god, I may just be dead.
I can take the hit.
Okay, 10 more armor, great. Another giant dude, great. Scary stuff. Geeking out with G, dude, 4 months. Thanks, man. That's really cool. Oh, Perpetual is like a little off here from being good. Do I have to Calamos this turn? How many bombs? 5 bombs in deck. Oh god. I don't have to, but I might just need to, because Perpetual is just like not good enough on the Ironclad. I guess it is on occasion. Because it could get fire shaped out. I think I have to try that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I think I have to try. I think this has to heal. Because I'm dying if I don't. Okay, this actually helps as well, which is cool. Oh god, the Perpetual might hit this first, though. Oh, I can't risk that, can I? Well, okay, let's try this, see if we can snipe that guy. That would be so insane. Oh, this fixes the problem, too. Okay, cool. Sick. That solves the problem. Everything always does. Nice, okay. So I have a board back. I have a little bit of health back. I don't really feel like I have nearly enough damage to win the game, of course. I'm looking at 45 health still, and he just keeps gaining more. So I'm certainly not out of the woods, but this is the first time I feel remotely even stabilized. So that's worth something, I think. Shield Slam again. Oh my god. 3rd Shield Slam, dude. This guy's a pro. Oh my god. Shield Maiden number 2. Shield Maidens are just so insane, right? I just don't even know. I have such a hill to climb on armor. This feels unwinnable to me.
One for me, one for you.
Oh, Vampiric Fangs is actually legit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use this, I think. I mean, it's potentially way bigger, but he knows I have it, so it's not like it's gonna get like way better later or anything, probably. I mean, he may have to play a big minion, but I don't know. It just fits the curve. I think it's fine. He does have one for later, too. We got to remember that. I'm not even worried about that yet because he's still at 12 armor. Bigger problems. I need some kind of miracle to win this game. I don't know what it is since my Ancient Reflections is gone. Since I had to play that to just barely hang in here. I don't know what miracles I have left. Diligent Note Taker, Spyglass, I guess. I don't know how to do 52 damage when his whole deck is about gaining armor, right? It's more like I probably have to do 80 damage at this point before dying to 6 bombs in deck. So it's not just deal 80, it's, you know, deal 80 before you die, which is going to be just monumentally difficult. Plus, he hasn't even played his like crazy bomb card yet. Or that. Oh, Devolve is actually nuts, though. I just hit Devolve. Oh, my God. Okay. Devolve is a good draw. Now we can just soften this up and Perpetual Flame. Could also maybe just Dunk Tank Face and trade. Lady Vosh is gonna leave 3 behind though. That's awkward because I gotta trade him a 4/3. Lady Vosh Perpetual Flame is risky because that. Oh no, it's not if I trade first. That's the move. Okay. I like that. All right, let's start putting in the work. All right. We're getting there. Did I break the armor at least? I did exactly. Okay. Oh, Fire Shaper bonus. Nice. Yeah. Perfect. Still going to lose, but again, we've at least got a path here. I mean, we got the board. We've gotten through the armor right now. We know they have Vampiric Fang, so a little bit of health recovery there, but Ragnaros is really the only threat that's gonna get eaten by that, so I gotta be careful with the Rag. Probably don't really want to play Rag unless it's lethal. Looks like we're gonna take a Fireheart turn here soon to generate resources and see if we can't get there. Surely he can't have more Shield Maidens. Surely, I think you've jinxed us. That's like the 9th shield block. Actually 3rd, but it feels like the 9th. Even running Ooze for armor. Staff of Scales is insane. At least Dunk Tank's pretty good there. They might play around it though pretty well, just depending on what they do here. Yeah, they are. Very smart. I think we just do Fireheart and hope for the best, right? Maybe Vaj Prime would be better if we had a Vaj Prime. I guess them having a fatigue problem would be one way for me to win this game, but again, I'm just gonna die to bombs, right? Like I'm closer and closer to bomb death constantly. Primordial Protector draws Pure Cold or a bomb. I think I gotta not risk it. I don't know. If I am gonna risk it, I mean, I need to do it before I draw the Pure Cold, or this guarantees that I draw a bomb. But I think it's time for Fireheart. Perpetual Flame's actually really good right now. Guidance is the more value, but am I gonna find the answer if I don't take the Perpetual Flame right now? I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think I have to have the value. We're fairly likely to get another Perpetual Flame, right? And I guess we're just gonna chip through them pretty well with this, but also Fire Shapers I'm trying to think about. Studies is cheaper and more value. Zapper's really cheap and easy for damage later. Evolve is pretty good. Ended up being terrible, so we'll take a second roll. Oh, that's actually really good for me. This could heal me. Oh, take Lightning Bolt. Oh, that's good too, actually. That's fine. Also good. We don't have a Nara, I guess, so not as good. Maybe it's a Lightning Bolt, but still. Damage. Man, that was a lot of stuff. I thought I was going fast, too, is the crazy thing. I ran out of time. Oh, joy! More bombs! God, this is nightmarish. That's the Fangs. He's using it on that. So that actually opens up the Rag. Potentially, we don't know. Oh my god, another Shield Slam. This guy's deck is perfectly concocted. Okay, I think we've entered the phase of the game where I can't play cards anymore. I mean, how much damage do we think? Like, how? I guess he's still gonna have plenty of threats. We know he has at least that bomb guy. I'm gonna play. Doesn't this burn? I'm gonna play this because it cycles and I can say it 10 cards. I think this draws the card first off of Rally the Troops. No, it's after. No, it's gonna draw a bomb like 8 out of 9 times. I can't really do that. I don't know. We're pretty much screwed, but I think staying at 10 cards is maybe my only chance. It just like maybe this is the only damage he has, and I just stay at 12 the rest of the game. You know, I use I don't know, Lava Burst if I have to. Oh, okay, so this plan is already gone. All right, that's just lethal. Like I can't clear those without dying. I did burn the bomb, which is fun. I mean, I guess theoretically, if all of these deal exactly 1 damage, I'm not dead. Could hex 1, but that feels so stupid, pointless. Like, there's just nothing left, right? Unlucker. Oh, nice, man. That sounds fun. Thanks for hanging out, even when you're not all the way in, man. That's cool. Appreciate that. I don't know. Yeah, we're just dead.
Have much time.
I guess I survived. For now. Oh my god, really? I still took so much freaking damage. You know, there's a part of me that thinks I still might have won this game if it wasn't for that Mukla roll. I'm hanging on to that Mukla, man. I'm hanging on to that Mukla because I feel like we might have got there if it wasn't for Mukla.
I can take the
Now you can't burn bombs? I'm amused that you think the bombs in deck were a bigger problem than the boom bots on board. Just hitting me for lethal. I had to play a card to clear the board, man. I don't know what you want me to do. I was gonna die to the boom bots if I didn't play minions, so not like I had a great choice. Yeah, that's the 4th shield maiden or something. I don't know how many here. I don't know if it's that many, but it was a lot. If you count buffs, it was like 12. That was brutal, dude. They got a really good deck, I feel like. They got great draws for their deck. I was rather impressed, I have to say. Let's take Looming Presence, select card draw. Armor, I care less about. Maybe I still take Spyglass, actually. I don't know. That game's going to color our perspective because it's like, oh, we died, we need healing. But we really don't. We're usually going to be out ahead of people and hitting them harder. And I think Spyglass actually helps me do that more. Just to get some kind of crazy cheap tempo play. I think we have enough card draw off our Battlecry minions, and we can get more if we need to. We'll have to take something here, probably. Oh, that's a lot of healing. But I think it's a trap, right? It's only that exact deck where I'm going to need the healing. Inevitability, so I think we just keep the quality of the deck high. Keep the quality of the deck high. The staying at 10 cards plan, right? It only works if your opponent has nothing left to do, because as soon as they do stuff, you have to react to that stuff or you're just out on board, and then once you react to that stuff, your cards in hand, you know, are not at 10, so they kind of have to be like fatigued out and no cards in hand. Oh yeah, we didn't run this one. We got him naturally, so we didn't get to Diamond Rag him, sadly. It wasn't offered in the bucket, unfortunately. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know what's going on here, but it's always scary, I know. Sometimes they have crystal whatever and get it out early in particular. It's scary. Tome is also spooky, yeah. Oh, Goggles is spooky. Oh my goodness, I need tempo, bro. We play this first or we play this first? I think we play this first because it gives me more secret tests. And it draws me a card that I might want to play next turn. Or, honestly, this turn. Let's see. Not this turn. Okay. Good secret test. We can play this and this if we need to. What's the strategy of this deck? Just overwhelm your opponent with burst damage, really. Just hit him really hard. Ugh, Ragnaros. Whoa, my game had a weird lag out there. That was strange. Freezing Trap. Oh, that's not bad at all. I just get to cycle again. That's really good. I like that a lot. Oh, God. Of course. So I mean, eye for an eye. I I legitimately don't even know what Hand of Salvation is. What is that? What did I?
Not diamond rag.
What is Hand of Salvation? What card is that? When your second minion dies in a turn, return it to life. Is that a... What is that? Oh, it's a special... Oh, I do, of course. Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Oh, this sucks. Really need that to die, but I can't kill it. Oh, I almost killed it. Man, maybe I should have thought more about this. Are those in the Duels buckets? I guess. That's cool. It's not a treasure, right? Like it's in the bucket? Wow. I don't even really still know. That's cool though. This is a real scary start. I need something good here. I need actually Perpetual Flame with a cheap spell damage here. Think I have to hit this. Galloping Savior is definitely a potential threat. Reckoning is definitely a potential threat. I'm gonna hit here in case of Reckoning, I think. Okay. Tracker thinks that all... Oh, it's just listed in the tracker. Oh, but it's not actually in Duels. Gotcha. I understand. That is certainly the most reasonable explanation, yeah. Understood. God. I have to kill it. It's like, do I take the 50-50? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate taking the 50-50, but do I need to win the game, right? Or do I just hit it itself? I'm going to take the 50-50. It never pays off for me, I know, but... Oh my god. Okay. Whew. No, it's a 50-50. What do you mean? You can go face or hit a minion. I'm confused. Why are you saying it's not a 50-50?
Tracker thinks that all secrets are available. It is just a bug.
That passive never goes face? No, it totally does. Fire Shaper goes face. We've dealt 1 billion damage going face with this. Damage to a random enemy. Trust me, we've missed plenty. I am painfully aware of it going face. It hurts. My deck has fallen apart here. What is going on, dude? We're getting murdered. I gotta play this just for lack of anything better to do. I'm gonna need some kind of miracle Ancient Reflections or something this game on a rag or God knows what. Maybe you're memeing? It's saying it never goes face, but we've had the opposite problem. Is that it always goes face. Maybe it's a meme, but...
4/3 dies. It S not a 50-50.
Molten Blast.
Calamus rises.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Chill out.
God, I need a recovery card. Another freezing trap. Oh my god. I need a perpetual flame, right? Like I need a card to recover the board. I can't keep just playing from behind like this because I can't get ahead of the extra minions, let alone the egg. Like, you know, I need to kill the egg, but I also need to kill the extra minions before I die. I need a recovery card. Yeah, ours has been hitting face very reliably, I feel like. Oh, God. Okay, that was actually by far the best target. Okay. That's actually really nice. Can I get like a perpetual flame here? But I need spell damage too. I you get a perpetual flame, I don't have spell damage. I guess I can cast it twice, but that doesn't do anything. That doesn't help. All right, let's see if I can hit a cheap spell damage card, right? I'm worried I'm going to proc something. Do I even have any cheap spell damage cards? Exactly, Novice Zapper, maybe? A Devolve might be good too, though. Lightning Bolt does nothing. Perpetual Flame times 2 does nothing, really, anyway. I can play this to draw a card.
Nice to meet you.
See if I hit spell damage again. Lady Vosh or Novice Zapper. Huh. That is an intriguing recovery option.
Don't have much time.
Oh, I could have hit that. Shoot, I didn't play for the Fire Shaper ping. It's 9 mana though. I'm just gonna die. Oh god, everything's at 3 now almost though, and I got rid of the Death Rattle. I still have a board. He might trade a little here. Okay, these Perpetual Flames might actually get me back in this. Then I can go for Rags. Am I just dead? Oh, I bet I'm dead. But he's just got lethal somehow. Oh. I've never actually seen anybody use this before. That's wild. Oh, Tonk is so gross. What? That's an OTK. Wow, I've never seen anybody do that before. That was cool. What is this bucket? Hey, Regis, you're 10 games into Duels. Everybody has obscenely broken decks. We know what you need. Dire Mole, Flame Juggler, and Wolf Rider. Actually, the Flame Juggler is not bad, to be frank. Like I would almost play this. It's just another Battlecry cycle. But Dire Mole, I mean, Wolf Rider is technically not that bad either. It's burst damage, but not good enough. We're gonna pass on these. Let's give you 3 super old crappy minions, Regis. That's what you need. That was a crazy turn. I've never seen that treasure used before like that. That was cool. Not even mad. We were super dead anyway. I didn't even know. It was a really neat way to eat all your other... Well, I guess the other minions didn't matter. That was just for fun, I think. I think he was just amalgamating for fun, right? Like, I didn't do anything, did it? I guess I didn't do anything.
Please, I'm a true original.
All right. Yeah, let's hope to find a battle cry here. I don't know if I may have screwed myself. I don't know if I have enough battle cries right now. Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. He got out to a great start, though, so that was cool. Feels like he had a good early game and the combo. I'm sure you did too, but yeah. If we'd gotten out a little faster and gotten ahead of that like first or second death rattle, I think we definitely could have got there. The secrets didn't really disrupt us much, so I don't know why we didn't get out further. It just kind of didn't get there. This seems like it's going to have way more upside than a single 1-2, right? So let's chill. Love Sidekick on 4. That's awesome. Can get hexed or devolving missiles, sure, but still demands removal for free. This might be a good flame. Actually, not a bad Molten Blast either, I suppose. Oh. Whoa. That means I overload, right? That's kind of wild. Man. That's cool. It does affect passives, I'm assuming, right? I mean, it's covered up. It looks like it does. The UI would indicate it does, but it's sheathed.
Brothers, heed my call.
It's actually pretty weak play, honestly.
I did that Tonk combo. Climb
This,
into
well,
11
maybe not with
But then I lost by 11
these treasures, I
by
guess.
not
It's probably
living
not too
long
bad.
enough.
Not super strong though.
Are we really going to do this?
Hopefully no easy answer to this guy because we are kind of out of gas again. I really didn't hit the battle cries to fill in this hand. I regret my mulligan actually quite a bit. Oh my god. Oh, that's insane. Oh god, that's really good. And Rag is completely dead right now. Oh no.
Water is life.
Oh no, dude. I'm so screwed. I need a battle cry, man. Oh. I need any battle cry to start opening up my hand a little bit. Oh god. Oh, I could have played Perpetual Flame. I didn't realize that this was gonna die. I didn't want to overload though, so I don't know if it's right. Yeah, I don't know if I can overload. I think it's right that I held. I'm gonna overload for 3. That may not be that bad actually, though. Now that I think about it. If I don't have anything to do anyway, maybe it's fine to overload. We'll see if we regret that or not. Still a decent Perpetual Flame usually.
Is this not the path?
I would really, really love this to not be in the game. This dude is killing me, man. I gotta do it now. If it hits either of the 4 health guys early, I might be screwed here. Okay. Oh, does that mean, how does that work? It shows an overloaded mana crystal and it only shows 1, interestingly, because it died first. That is an intriguing. Hit this, hit this, hit this, hit this, hit this! They always go face, I told you. That's intriguing. The Mindbreaker died immediately, so I only overloaded the once. Or I don't know if it's the very first minion, but huh. And it doesn't go away, which also is reasonable to think. If you can't be, but it does say you can't. Oh, it's so interesting because it says you can't be overloaded. Not you never have overload. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a slight distinction in that phrasing, I guess. Very slight distinction in that phrasing between you can't be overloaded and you never have overload. So I while it was inactivated, I was overloaded because I could be overloaded, but it's interesting. You could argue the kind of the phrasing works both ways. Like overloaded is a state and I can't be in the state passively. I don't know.
Never scienced it. Mindbreaker.
Oh, that would be a cool card for us to have because we are definitely light on healing in this deck. When we fall behind, we pretty much just die. Okay, a little bit of a low roll crackle at least. They've healed 1 million. I need this to save me. Do I trust the 50-50 Rag? I don't think so, right? I think I look for literally any other card. I think I'm dead and screwed no matter what, but my flammable dormouse, thank you for the prime sub. I mean, does this have a higher than 50-50 chance of allowing me to kill the Halaziel is the question, I guess. I don't know.
I see you've done your.
I mean, with Lightning Bolt, it's more likely. I've got freezes, devolving missiles, maybe enough pings. It's close. There's a lot of dead draws too, like Pure Colds and Kalamos and actually Kalamos. Yeah, Kalamos would be dead. He's discounted enough. I think actually Rag is the right play. It's so bad. It's not going to win me the game. It's going to hit face because Rag... I don't have enough faith is why. Oh, interesting. Are they out of damage? They have at least 2. So... I mean... well, that actually would only leave them 1 mana, though. So maybe they don't have enough. I don't know. Can I heal is another question. Oh, they just have it.
I see you've done
Sad. Man, this deck got to 10... flawlessly and then just crapped. It took a big dump. in the final 3 games. I'm not even really sure why. I feel like we missed a couple early good Perpetual Flame games, maybe that would have bailed me out, or the math would have been better. I don't know, just kind of didn't get there in the end. Didn't get there. Maybe we had to run more healing, but I hate... Well, the only healing we even really offered was like Tidal Wave, which wouldn't have made a difference. So I don't know if that's a solution. I guess we did get that 1 3-mana taunt heal, but that's so minor. I don't think that makes much difference either. Either way, great run. I'm over the moon. 10 wins is awesome. For we didn't even get what we were trying to do, right? We were trying. Oh, that's cool. I like golden cards. We were trying to do the flame waves thing, so we didn't even get to do that. But 10 wins is great. Hey, Ali Straza with a raid. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Ali Straza, folks. How's it going? Man, I'm gonna go relatively soon. I always feel bad when I get raided. Ali, good to see you though. Thanks for the raid. We just finished a duels run. You guys missed it. We went 10-3 with Shaman, which I think means I will head over to Constructed real quick and we'll do something. I don't know what yet. I guess we'll continue our try-hard journey. I was gonna switch over to Shaman today though, because I think people are bored of the Demon Hunter already. Which, hey, I get it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Why is we gonna go higher with Shaman? I feel like we have. We got 12 runs, 12 wins with Warrior, Hunter. That's it. Close to 500 games though. Let's see. I grabbed an Elemental Shaman list I wanted to play. But I lost it. Where'd it go? Here it is. I had one already, but I don't like that one as much. Let's see. Get to play Rag, which is great.
I enjoy raiding.
It's so nice the page doesn't scroll up every time you click an achievement. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, yeah, that was so annoying for so long. That is nice. Who doesn't like milk? Some people are lactose intolerant. I like milk okay. I like chocolate milk a lot, actually. We drink almond milk lately pretty much exclusively, though, at home. So I really rarely ever have milk. All right, so we fall into 2474. We debuted at 21 something. I don't remember. We were playing Death of the Demon Hunter, which I think is relatively equally poised in compared to Elemental Shaman at this sort of legend rank based on the data I've seen at HS Replay. But people are getting bored of Death of the Demon Hunter because we grinded all the way to legend through it, or not really grinded. I'd say flew to legend with it. So I'm gonna switch it over. We might have a little bit of hiccups as we kind of learn this deck and the rhythm of it, you know, matchups and rhythm. But this should be sufficient to continue propelling us upwards, at least moderately slow. But we'll see. We'll see. It's been a long time since I've pushed in legend at all. So, Can we have a deck code for Shaman? Yeah, sure. Here, I'll just link you the HS Replay page. Probably be easier. Big button on there, you can grab it yourself. Done. Done. In fact, I need to review this real quickly myself for Mulligan stats. Since I haven't played this deck, it might be nice to get a little recap. So, of course, the 1-drops look great. Airstormer has some pop-off potential, it looks like. Custodian's looking good. It seems like Fireheart... Man, excuse me, guys. I'm losing my voice here. Seems like Fireheart's way better than people are why? It has the 5th highest mulligan win rate in the deck, but it's only being kept 2.6% of the time? What in the world? That's crazy. People may be overkeeping Primal Dungeoneer, it seems. Although I kind of get it if you're lining up on curve. It makes sense to me. Let's keep some 2-drops. I don't think we need to get the perfect opener here, but just good early game is nice. Demon Hunter matchup. Ooh, beautiful. Demon Hunter matchup. What's the Demon Hunter matchup look like?
Oh, you built this for me?
This is still awkwardly off curve. Demon Hunter matchup. I accidentally closed it. I need to use that link I put in chat. Let's see. Demon Hunter matchup. Okay, we're favored against Death Rattle very slightly. 51.7% matchup. Okay. Not
They will never catch me.
against OTK, we're more favored, but I've seen that less likely, although we haven't been playing in Legend much. Oh my god. Perfect draw. God tier draw. Any 4 health breakpoints for Demon Hunter this early in the game where I'd be better off sacrificing this 1 face damage in order to preserve health? I don't think so, but we'll find out, right? This is for stuff you learn through mastery of the deck, right? You start to realize like, oh, yeah, keeping that at 4 is actually really, really important for this very specific reason. Any chance we get a 1-drop elemental here? Yes, but is it a good chance? No. Our weapons are whack-a-mole. Still not really great next turn. I can play 2 on 4 or this on 4. So we'll stick here. Oh, that's interesting against Demon Hunter. Okay. Wow. That seems good. Hey, J-Mac with a prime sub. What's up, dude? Thanks, J-Mac. Is the rag skin worth? I think it's probably my second favorite skin, honestly. But, you know, it just depends on your personal thresholds for spending money like that and stuff. But I love the hero power animation. I'm not going to do it for you for free, but it's a really cool animation. I hate killing Kreen. Ugh. Kreen. Guess we could go Revenant, trade to kill the Kreen, but it feels so gross. Yeah, it feels gross. Anything we get off the top that helps? Gyro Worm, maybe? Lightning Bolt, maybe? Might not be worth.
Welcome, boys. Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
I guess we go Revenant. It sort of serves the purpose of helping kill the Kreen while still accelerating some damage and protecting this Wind Fury potentially behind the taunt body, which is pretty nice. Now we can go cage match into Whack-a-Null since there's no Doomhammer in this deck. Nice turn 5 curve. Then we get the 6 for the Light Shower if we need it, although we may not at this rate. We'll see. you gotta summon the totem, Regis. People are cheering. We need to see the totem, so we might eventually. Just hang tight, right? We're gonna hit the button at some point if things go poorly. So just hang out. Sadly, on this one, we cannot guarantee the roll. We got to play the Custodian to get the weapons, so hopefully we'll hit the Arid Stormer. I think I go face, right? I think we've, despite this, I don't know if this is the more totem fun. Thanks, Espresso. Hey, also the hype train's active. Thanks, guys. That's nice. Another hype train today. That's cool. If Rag is second, what's my favorite? N'Zoth, I think, is my favorite. I don't think we kill this. I'm a little bit hesitant about going face because this could be the list I was playing that has a lot of potential healing pop off. If it's not like more of a N'Zoth list, ooh baby, I think that means we go face. I'm a little bit nervous, right, committing the face damage because we don't technically have the follow up in hand right now either. We don't have burst damage, but you know, 14's a pretty nice little number, and we got some over the top damage later too. We'll probably draw into, so hopefully they don't have a lot of healing to punish this. It's at least a little, unfortunately, and awkward for me math wise. It's a little healing. They go now though. That is at least capping it to 5. Oh, they have a Fury. Oh no, this is the list I've been playing. No, they're back to 21. Makes my life really hard. Ham plus, dude, thanks for the 6 month. And where's beef with 200 bits? This does give me the push here and the buff on the. Well, I don't need the taunt to be buffed, so we can play the Vapor first. And we probably like buffing the Vapor slightly better, don't we? Just to protect the scaling with a slightly higher health total. Yeah, I think so. We are floating a mana if I go for the kindling. I guess I played at the end then, right? Yeah. Okay. It's just that this is big enough to contest the board, right? So attach the higher health total to the thing that gets bigger and becomes more threatening over time. That's the hopeful goal here. That said, you know, we don't have a lot happening, and he's got a lot more coming. I know this deck like the back of my hand. That's what we
I
played all
scream, you
month,
scream,
so
we all
a
scream
little
for
scared.
totems.
Il'gynoth burst damage is probably the least of our worries. I think really it's just getting through all this stuff, and then at some point a Blackthorn, right? Is really. We went like 9-1 against Shaman with this list, so seeing it from the other side is a little harrowing, I have to say. A little spooky. Okay, this is nice at least. Oh, Lily Pad Lurker's cool. I think we got to go ahead and use that now too. I could hit the button this turn. Well, no, I'm gonna play the minions. Let's see, just in case we change our mind. But I think this is probably always the play. Oh, another dude. All right. Oh god, I almost made a mistake there. Thank God I had the 1/2 to attack. I forgot. I didn't really need to clear that taunt necessarily because I had the Earth Revenant. So I really should have probably gone face with the 1/2 and used the Earth Revenant to clean that up next turn. You know, probably not a big deal, but scheme of things. Slight optimization, perhaps. Oh, that's a 4 health threshold minion. When we were talking earlier about that 4 health threshold, that is a minion that would have mattered. I don't remember if they had 2 mana or 3 mana available that turn, but that's a big difference. Is tryhard mode activated? I think so. Yeah. That's the idea. This is potentially a good light shower to heal my fellow minions, but. Deny trades at this rate. If I do that, I think I have to go Earth Revenant here. Serpent Shrine Face is also pretty cool, yeah. Fireheart, what do you know? Okay, we're on the final push here. They only have a random Death Rattle, what is this from? Illidari? Random Illidari card, and something. Blackthorn would be worst case, although I think they're running out of, oh boy. That's not good. Blackthorn's not playable, thankfully. He's 4 mana, so that's good. Talon is playable, which would be kind of annoying because that hits Blackthorn. They are going to run out of Death Rattles, though, if they're not careful. Fell Rattler. Oh, that's actually really good. Does leave me with 5 currently, though, so I have a lot of top deck outs here. A lot of top deck outs. That is one of them. Cool. Nice. Wow, we got there, huh? I played the other side of that matchup a lot. We went 9-1, I think, against Shaman with that deck. So I'm really happy we were able to squeeze one out in what I would have considered an unfavorable. That is exactly the list we were playing, it looks like, too. Okay, cool. Good little win. Oh, I forgot the hero power. Oh, sorry, guys. Shoot. I didn't even need the buff, so I could have. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I forgot. Shoot. Didn't even need the buff, too, so I wasted it. Oh, boy. You're never going to get to see it. Blizzard's like, yes, buy the hero portrait, so you must see it. There's no freebies. Spend the $20. Spend the 20. Okay. Earth Revenants were so clutch in that Demon Hunter matchup. I don't know if they're quite as good otherwise. Giant Worm, I think I like a little bit of reactivity. We have coins, so if we need to get desperate on 2, we can, right? That's a good turn 3 follow-up 2 with the Dungeoneers. So this looks like a good little line, good little curve. By fire be purged. I guess that hype train died, huh? I totally forgot to acknowledge the hype train. Whoops. Oh well, saved you guys some money. Now you can go buy the rag portrait, I guess. Maybe save it for subs later. I don't know. Maybe. Don't spend it all on rag portraits, okay?
Oh, you built this for me?
You built this for me? Hopefully a good Gyroworm target. I'd hate to hit the kindling with a Gyroworm. Probably would, for the record. Although maybe we go face and just trade if there's nothing on board. Oh, okay. That's the target. Do we like Nimbus better and hold coin for later? This is susceptible to what on turn 3? Serpent Shrines, Whack-a-Knolls. I mean, so is this, right? But I preserve a coin to like maybe cheese a Fire Ellie or a Lily Pad Lurker soon.
Or scorch.
And this does at least contest the 3-2. I think I stand curve here. I think we're playing this game from behind a little bit, so. Ooh, that is nice too. Wow. Golden Arid Stormer. The breakfast Ragnaros. I see. Thanks. Does disillusion vegeted. That is basically impossible for me to all pronounce, but that is amazing. Thank you for the 300 bits, sir. Okay, yeah, we preserved coin. This is really nice. We got the board back anyway. My purgatory be fired. That's actually good too. Flipping everything. I don't know what to believe. All right, that's really slow turn. Okay, yeah, it's a nice little buff though, especially if it's here. Yeah, that's a big difference for sure. I guess we just go Arid Stormer, right? I think I'll Kindling after.
Turn up the heat. Oh, you built this for me?
I don't know. Do any of these Shaman decks run like AoEs that are good at? Oh, well, they have the 4-drop, I guess, for this 1 health dude. That's not bad. Anara is less frightening. Are they really going face already? No way. What?
Flavors of sulfuron. 2 scoops
That seems premature to me. Is it? I haven't played this matchup a lot, so I don't know, but that feels really quick to flip off the board that hard already. Like, I'm only behind 3 health in the race, but I have 11 damage on board.
By Purgatory be fired.
This seems really risky. I just don't know if I buy this. So this is another 7 plus, 10, 13. I have 20 damage right now. They're overloaded by 2, so they have access to 5 mana next turn. So, like, Storm Thing puts them at 10 total damage output. Rockbiter would be 16. Okay, I know the play. Oh, this can only hit enemy minions? Oh, no, it's not the play. Okay, Taunt Totem is the play. I didn't know this could only hit enemy minions. Oh, I hit Taunt Totem. Oh my god, I'm a pro. I was gonna hex my own minion, but this can only hit enemy minions. No. See, you learn things. You learn as you play a deck. Mastery. But the Taunt Totem saves me from any kind of crazy burst output at least. And then we just set up for the lethal on our own next turn.
I'll write that down.
I mean, it looks like they didn't have it anyway, as far as I can tell. I think 13 was their max with Lightning Bolt, maybe. So they were setting up for the 2-turn anyway, but...
For victory. Victory.
So I tempoed a 5-6. That's not bad either. What do you know? I thought the hex play was sneaky good. But anyway, you guys saw the hero power, so grats to you. Congratulations. Man, I forget how slow going legend climbing is. It's like, you have to win so much to get anywhere, dude. And I'm losing ranks off stream too, so I'm gonna need bigger, chunkier grinds than what I'm able to do tonight because I gotta go in like 30 minutes. But yeah, you really need to commit to big play sessions to move in legend, don't you? That's okay. You were thinking the same play? Yeah, I just didn't know that. I've never really played Elemental Shaman before. I like when cards have agency, right? We've talked about this a lot. So I would have been much happier had I been able to hex my own minion. I think it would have been cool, but that might have been a balanced decision for some reason, right? To prevent that exact play. I don't know the logic behind it, but I would always prefer more agency if it's not broken. Okay, yeah, this is really fast opener, which I don't know how good that is against Rogue. Again, this is just a matchup I don't know, or I think I like getting out against Rogue. Sometimes I feel like they lack good reactivity to minions. Prize blunders and stuff can change that, but that demands a lot early in the game. So a couple 1-drops seems like it's going to be threatening against Rogue. We'll see. You paid $28 for the hero power. Yikes. Yeah, it feels bad, doesn't it? Here's the thing, right? Like, I really, really would love the game to be monetized cosmetically versus via pack openings, of course, because that makes it more accessible for people to play the game. And then, you know, theoretically and hopefully Blizzard would still get their money. Do I play 2 1-drops or do I just play Wailing Vapor? I don't know. I haven't played this deck. I'm going to do this, but I'm unsure. If I hit like a Gyre Worm or an Arid Stormer, right? Well, I guess I wouldn't have changed the curve there. I still have the 3-drop. This is probably fine. Since I don't have a line that I can visualize. Oh, sweet. I got bailed out anyway. Nice.
The calm before the storm.
It's a nice big dude. All right. Like Whack-A-Null here, probably. This is going to trade this way or something. Maybe this way. Who knows? Whack-A-Null. Clean it up. Scary discounts, obviously, but it is what it is. That kind of needs to die, I fear. Definitely way more than the 1/3 needs to die. Oh my god, what a turn, dude. Feels like maybe they're using these a little early. Never mind. Oh my god, dude. What in the world? They just went absolutely crazy. What just happened? Okay, we're gonna wait a turn on that, I guess, since I'm not summoning him in anyway. Still have 3 mana next turn, lining up nicely. They went crazy. I would have think holding some of these for like field contact or something would have been great, but I guess they're just saying like, look, I'm gonna win now or stabilize now or whatever it is versus playing for later. Ooh, that's really good. I had a great answer to these. Now I gotta kind of sort it out one at a time. Still gonna work out okay though. I think I do have to resolve these just because we're gonna rely on playing a lot of minions throughout the course of this game, and I need to deny their ability to interact in that regard. Okay, they are just out of stuff. Worst case, I can always just lightning bolt trade. Hopefully, I don't know what I'll find that does that better. All those sneaky devolving missiles and flurries kind of ruin my 1/1's ability to hit these. So maybe I just run this 2/3 in. It's kind of fine. Double prize plunder. This guy is so all in, dude. Give me my 4-drop. It's perfect. Earth Revenant would be actually bonkers.
The only way I get Ragnaros skin is if they later would sell it for gold. I am not spending real money on bundles that come without discounted packs.
They are just down to 1 card. I don't know what it is, but
Char or Scourge?
yeah, I think I'm willing to give up the buff to not summon a 2/2, right? I think I just lightning bolt attack. You know, I could totem first, but then I can't play the primal, which I want to play. So I think this is fine. It certainly doesn't feel good, but it's what we've got happening. So be it. The overload also feels kind of bad with the lily pad, but none of this is really playable next turn. Oh, I guess I can tempo a lily pad. That's fine. I may have to. I don't need the hex probably because they're not going to have anything too threatening on board, I suspect. They're pre-Jandis. They're, I don't know. There might be a Jandis there on the left-hand side since they've played literally every other card in the universe and not played that one for some reason. I guess they drew that pretty recently, though. Why not Primal first? Because they get a 2/2 off the watch post, right? So I'd be netting a 1/1 buff to give them a 2/2, which I don't think is worth in my mind. It's debatable. I mean, I don't think it's, you know. Okay, totem again. Enjoy. Okay, now that we've fully cemented the board, we have Fire Ellies on curve. I'm still worried about a Jandis, frankly. It's not... This is kind of cool for me, by the way. I have lightning bolts, so... Jandis a little scary. No Jandis. Okay, they are just straight up in recovery mode then, just refilling their hands, which means we start dominating the board. I haven't played their side of this matchup or my side of this matchup. Maybe that sort of like desperation to keep up is necessary. It definitely felt too all in to me, but man, not even comboing that first. Interesting. Maybe it's necessary to have any chance this matchup. I just have no idea. Still a little early for Fireheart, I suspect. Beautiful, dude. So good. Yeah, Rag definitely seems to have the best hero power animation. Yeah. Or one of the best. I actually think, what's this dude we just played? That lightning guy's really good too. The other Shaman. Shaman seems to get good hero power animations for whatever reason. Okay, man, we are only gaining like 20 ranks per win. And I'm losing like 200 while I sleep. This is gonna take 100 years. Oh, I have the Duels quest now. Oh, man. Could have done that in the other order. We would have gotten the Duels thing done, which is fine. We'll play more Duels. No worries there. Yeah, Thunder King. Yeah, thank you. Like on the guy's name, Lei Shin. My WoW mastery is failing me. Yeah, dude, it's like, oh, it's gonna take forever to climb, isn't it? I don't think I realized the work necessary to move up ranks. I feel like back in the day, you would gain like 100, 200 a win or something. You would go like 80 to 100 per win. We're only gaining like 20 per win. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know. I'm up for this try-hard journey, dude. This might take all of my energy and dedication and strength. Oh, boy. Because we're going to lose, too, you know. We're not going to win every game. Like, yeah, we're doing great so far. We're 3-0, sure, but we're not going to win every game. This is going to get weird. It's like a full-time job to get top 50. Yeah, I know. I may have underestimated. I feel like I'm used to the old days of Legend Ladder. In my experience, you used to be able to just win streak and climb a ton. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Okay. Which is fine. You know, we'll learn. That's part of the process of tryharding. You start to learn. Okay, this is a great 1-2. Even against Gibberlings, I think this is pretty decent, right? I think this deck was moderately favored against... Oh, no, it's slightly unfavored against Token Druid. I guess sometimes they just pop off like anybody and you can't quite catch up. So, that happens. Why is it Ragnaros and not Ragnaros the Fire Lord? I don't know what you mean. Like his in-game portrait title or what? Oh, is the card not called the Fire Lord? Ragnaros the Fire Lord? The rest of them have their lord titles on there. I think that's right. Maybe that's what you mean. I don't know.
Oh, you built this for me?
Who knows? The various elemental lords. Okay. Definitely this is the better one to develop preemptively against Druid. Fireheart might be really good in a Token Druid matchup. Maybe give me like a bailout Perpetual Flame or something that just like steals the game. Even if I overload times a billion, right? It just like stabilizes the board and I leverage that to win. Curious if I save coin here or just develop a Wailing Vapor so that I have an additional minion on board to trade with. I think I developed the Wailing Vapor, right? I would still have the turn 4 Fireheart into Perpetual Flame out. At least a 1 try for. We would be gapping that Fire Ellie a little bit, but not in a particularly harrowing way. Ooh, now the Fire Elemental gets a little more interesting, though, because of Dunk Tank Corruption. Because corrupting this could really help me clear a token board. In that case, I think we coin the Fire Ellie now. Just in case. We may still regret, depending on when things happen, right? Like, it may come a turn too late or something. I may not find a fill-in play here to go with the Wailing Vapor on 4. There's all kinds of badness that could occur, but we'll at least try to line that up now. It's a path towards removal, you know. They are just not doing anything yet. That's always scary. Here comes the pop-off. You never know.
What if
What is the point of the 3 damage repeat spell when Lightning Storm exists, or am I missing something? It's much better against Death Rattle minions. So like if my opponent Soul of the Forest, it will still clear everything. As opposed to just clearing the top half. Or if it's just like, you know, a single Devouring Ectoplasm or something, right? It works across that, which we've learned today. Secondarily, it's just cheaper, which, you know, sometimes you're willing to swing the game now in order to have, you know, the downside later. Like, yes, you pay a higher overload price later, but you swing the game now. Boy, I'm feeling pretty sad about this. I need the tempo, I think. I hope I get Perpetual Flame here, right? If not, Chain Lightning is the next best thing. Okay, sure. I'm really playing for this dunk tank. At this stage, interestingly enough, I may just have a lethal and just dunk tank face, or fire LE face to set it up too. I don't know. They're similar, but at least I have the corrupt option for the dunk tank here. And I definitely like developing the 3/3 a lot. They've seemingly been setting up to chip down this Arid Stormer. I guess I maybe could have played around Cleave slightly better here by putting the 3/3 on the outside edge. I mean, the Wailing Vapor kind of can become a 3/3, so I don't know. That's debatable, I suppose. Because if they go like Guardian Animals, if that's what this deck is, I don't think it is. But, you know, if they were to do that, that might be a consideration. But again, I think this is just token. But yeah, this isn't certainly bad against tokens. Kills 2 things, which can be nice.
Let's see.
I actually don't know how this card upgrades. Does it deal additional damage or an extra minion? I think it deals additional damage, but I honestly do not remember. Force of Nature is just too slow, right? It's just not enough. My god, they barely played any cards. I feel super bad. Oh, we see it upgrade. Yeah, it goes to 3. All right. They were really taking their time on their plays, but just nothing happened. I mean, just didn't have the cards, I guess. Oh, that was a bigger jump. We gained 36 ranks that time. Okay, that feels a little better. I know that my MMR in Hearthstone's in a really weird spot because we normally play just garbage all the time, so the system may have trouble figuring out what my MMR is supposed to be at. I totally understand that. Yes, NA, yeah. That's right. Good old North America. It's actually just, is it NA or just Americas? I don't actually know. I feel like GM and stuff is Americas, but I don't know what Blizzard servers are.
Ragnaros versus Illidan. This ends now.
Okay, if we got cage match, we probably don't need Whack-A-Null, so let's keep the cage match. I like that. Look for an early elemental package here. Definitely love Wailing Vapor. It's fine turn 3 if we don't want to play the weapon for some reason. Happy camper. This guy's got 3 eyeballs that are little balls of lightning. It's cool. Razorboard. Okay, just ignore that, I think. Seem to be finding the ignoring stuff route going the best against Demon Hunter. But again, depending on this list, we may be fairly unfavored here. I know we were demolishing Shamans with our Death Rattle Demon Hunter list, but it's a little bit faster and has that healing package. If this is more of a N'Zoth list that doesn't have the healing package incoming off of Eldrazi Warblades, we might be a little more favored, but it's hard to tell yet if that's the case. I don't know yet. This is risky, but we're gonna have to work through it anyway, right? Oh, that's a low roll. Nice. Okay, this is sort of good, but I needed to take the damage first. Like, I love the healing. I mean, it's disruptive at least, right? It's still gonna be annoying to deal with for him, which is nice. So this is a super fast Death Rattle package. I haven't seen one running the Sneaky Delinquents lately, I feel like.
You don't
See if we can glean anything from that. Okay, here's one running Sneaky Delinquents. It's also got N'Zoth in it, so probably still a N'Zoth deck.
Waits for no one but me.
Okay, Stormer gapped a minute here, but Nimbus into Whack-A-Null looks fine. Quite a bit of damage stacking up in hand with those dunk tanks too, which means probably gonna want to start hitting face soon, I think. I like Nimbus Gyreworm, but I can't play the Gyreworm, sadly.
The calm before the storm.
Oh, that's intriguing. Killing this sucks, sort of, because, you know, you're just giving him that resource, but it's not a great trading resource anyway. You know, it dies to the trade evenly, which I think I'm okay with. All right. These two together are pretty nice. Can buff this guy too, guaranteed, which is cool. May feel awkward depending on what's on board, like a Talon or something, but still probably right. Do-do-do-do. As someone who plays a lot of meme decks, sometimes playing a real deck and winning feels good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, we've been winning. I've never won this much in like streaming before. This month is crazy. We've just won so much. We've barely lost. It's definitely a strange feeling. Since I started the climb, I don't know what our win rate is, but it's noticeable, let's say. It is impactful. See, that goes to 6, back to 4. We know Fell Rattler is pretty good at dealing with stuff at 4, so I think I'm actually going to try to protect this with 6 health and just play for the body on board. I don't know. I think it could be very awkward to deal with. We'll find out if that's a good decision or not. I don't know. They might still be able to deal with it with like Fell Rattler plus something, or just whatever random generated thing they got off Wand Maker into some outcast card, Kurtrus or something plus something. Who knows, right? But make them have it at least. I feel like 6 is a pretty awkward number for Demon Hunter as I try to think through like what's out there. 4 with Fell Rattlers is definitely more of a break point. Would have been at 5 anyway, but okay, Talon, I would love to find a lily pad lurker right off the top. Just go ahead and go. Just go ahead. Quite. That's not bad though, actually. Nimbus could still give me a lily pad lurker. I thought if I manifested it, you know, like it would really happen, but it didn't, unfortunately, happen. Let's see if this hits any kind of rush minion or something, I guess. No. Again, I'm going to preserve the health on this guy. Got to worry about Illidari Inquisitors soon, and I got to worry about... N'Zoth soon. Blackthorn is incoming. A lot of stuff. This might be a Blackthorn top end deck, so that Talon could have just hit Blackthorn. Maybe they already had Blackthorn in hand over there, it looks like, since the mulligan. I think this is incoming Blackthorn. Hopefully the 3/6 doesn't get killed by taunt performer thingies or Rattlers in 4/3s. Still though, it's gonna take 2 things to kill it, right? Like this is the difference in giving it that extra oomph. Draw a spell. It's either lightning bolts or lightning bolts. It's always lightning bolts. It is good to know that, but lightning bolts not especially awesome right now. Dunk tanks I kind of hate using here. I'm getting the damage back from minion attacks, certainly though.
Or scourge.
Guess it's fine.
Nature waits for no one but me.
Oh, lily pad lurker's better.
No longer a
Okay.
prince.
Just deny that healing altogether and preserve all this damage next turn for 11, right? So now if they go Illidari or some mechanism to clear the board, I just go over the top and kill them. So it's cool. They kind of have to heal here. Guess I could maybe technically be dead, but I don't know how. It would be really tough to kill me from there. Okay, cool. Man, what a good rocking start. Oh, sick. We gained 51 spots that time. Okay, so I think the MMR is catching up and saying, oh my God, he keeps winning. First off, it's like, wait a minute. No, no, no. This guy's been losing for years. This can't be right, number one. This can't be right. The only problem is, though, I didn't play enough today to even overcome what I lost while asleep last night, or, you know, since previous stream. I mean, we did do a duels run today, of course, so we, you know, we biased that a little bit against ourselves by squeezing in a duels run first. But I won 5 games, and I'm still like 150 spots behind where I was yesterday. So we'll see if we're able to overcome the MMR tide, you know, crashing over us. I may have poisoned my MMR so much that it's going to be really, really hard to jolt it back in our favor. So we'll see. I'm calling it quits here, though, guys. I got to run. Wife's going to be home from work soon. Gonna go hang out with her, get some food when she gets here. We're going to drop a raid, though, in the meantime, carrying the love here from our good friend Ali Straza. Send you guys on the way to the next person here. And man, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna just want to find some person I've never seen before or heard of, and we're gonna assume that they're gonna be awesome, and you guys are gonna have a great time. So, yeah. Here, this will be a good one. Let's raid this podcast. This will be fun. Have fun, everybody. See you soon. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for the bits and subs and follows and hype trains and encouragement and good plays and all that cool stuff as always. Dark Lady, love you tons as well. Have fun on the raid, everybody. I think I'll be back tomorrow, assuming nothing goes wrong. We've had some crazy storms here, but our power stayed on, thankfully. So far, so good. But should be back tomorrow. We'll do more tryharding tomorrow since we got a good duels run in today. And yeah, love you. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the raid. And until next time, game on.